Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval 2 Total War Definitive Edition here today on the channel. We're going to be playing as the Kingdom of France. We're back on my favorite stainless steel submod. We're playing as the Franks. We're going to talk about some French history here today, and we're going to be going through the game strategy as well to try and build and unify the Kingdom of the Franks. Let's get stuck into it. The best fortress which a prince can possess is the affection of his people. Ah! Nico, what a quote. We're going to be turning off the script there. Alright. So King Louis, of course. We've got a king called Louis. We need 20 regions plus Jerusalem. And we need all of, essentially, modern day France to be under our control. So here's our family tree. We have King Louis, who is 51. And his son, Louis, is 14, so we can probably get him married off. He has a son, Robert, and Pierre, he has a cousin as well. So this is the Carpathian dynasty. I believe King Louis is the first of the Carpathian line. So we can call a crusade if we want, but I'm not going to. Let's move our spy around and try and find some rebel territory. Diplomacy wise, I would like to negotiate with the English if we can. Okay. Maybe trying to get an alliance to deter the 100 Years' War. So we don't start off with that many territories. We have Paris, Orleans, Troyes. We've got some access to some light sergeants. Okay, and some knights as well. So far our roster is actually not terrible. So we're going to rally up and at least get one full stack to go to Gand in Belgium. So I think what we want to try and do for this series, strategy-wise, is try and rush and try and take as many of the core French territory as we can. I might try and get an alliance with the HRE, because we've got to watch out for them. They're going to be wanting to push into the eastern half of our border. We want to be strong enough so that when we eventually go to war with the English, which I imagine is inevitable, as they will want to claim those historic Aquitaine lands, we want to be in a strong position to ultimately throw them out. We could maybe ally with the Scots, but we'll have to see. I don't think I want to start anything with the Spanish, Aragon, Kingdom of Castile and Leon. So we might just try and keep a decent border force on the Pyrenees. So we are going to be able to get trade with the HRE, and they are going to give us a map, and we can cancel that a little bit later. Now they do have Lyon. They've actually got like that Marseille region as well. So they are quite strong at this time period. Now, I'm going to try and get Prince Louis married off if we can find a suitable princess. It's always better to marry your faction heirs off and faction leaders rather than using the randomly generated. You get some nice traits, particularly in the late game. Okay, so nothing too crazy there. We're going to go into a little bit of debt, but that's fine once we sack and siege Gand. Now, thankfully, we could have intercepted that rebel army on the outskirts, but thankfully they actually moved away. Oh, wait, so Normandy's closer here. No, I can't really give them any territory. We actually gave them Angers, I think, in my England campaign, and it saved an alliance. So we'll let Prince Louis, as the king goes north to Belgium to secure the French-speaking territory. We'll try and get him to go down here, probably to the eastern border before the HRE takes it. Is it Clermont? I can't remember exactly. So let's move some units down here. So we're mobilizing at least a stack and a half. Alright, let's continue on. We're hemorrhaging debt, but we should be able to correct that soon. Thankfully, we don't have too many mercenaries, so they're not going to be dissolving. Let's move my spy again. Okay, it is the city of Dijon. So let's siege that out. And the siege equipment in Gand has been built. We outnumber them by 300. Alright, well, let's fight this one upon the battlefield. My punishment is far heavier. I forgive you and set you free. Huh, okay. Let's start the deployment. Now, we will have to be a little bit careful here, as it is a huge city. Arrow fire will be brutal as we push up, so we need to be quicker on the initiative. I'll try and move my archers up as well. Go with a loose formation to try and draw some of the arrow fire away from my infantry. Alright, well, let's talk about Louis VI. Historically. So, he was born on the 1st of December, 1081. Unfortunately, he was often referred to as Louis the Fat, or Louis le Gros. He was a significant monarch during the early Carpathian dynasty. His reign, which spanned from 1008 to 1137, marked a crucial period in the consolidation of the royal power in France. Louis ascended to the throne after the death of his father, Philip I, in 1108. At the beginning of his reign, the French monarchy faced numerous challenges, including the unruly behaviour of powerful vassals, the threat of external enemies, and the weak central authority of the monarchy. Louis, however, proved to be a shrewd and capable ruler who sought to strengthen the power of the monarchy. One of Louis's key achievements was the effective control he exerted over the unruly nobility. He skillfully navigated the complex web of feudal relationships, gradually asserting royal authority over the previous autonomous territories in France, by curbing the power of the local lords and encouraging the growth of royal officials to administer justice on his behalf. Louis worked to establish a more centralized and efficient government system. Louis was also successful in dealing with external threats to his kingdom. He faced challenges from both within and outside of France, including conflicts with the English kings and various rebellious nobilities. Through a combination of military prowess and diplomatic skill, Louis managed to secure the realm and expand his borders. Furthermore, Louis took significant steps to promote economic development and prosperity. He encouraged trade and commerce to support the growth of his towns and improved infrastructure such as roads and bridges in France. These efforts contributed to the economic revitalization of his kingdom. Louis passed away on August 1st, 1137, leaving a legacy of a more centralized and stable French monarchy than what he inherited. His son, Louis, who succeeded him, inherited a kingdom that was in a strong position when Louis VI had ascended to the throne. Louis the Fat and his reign laid the foundation for further consolidation of royal French power in France and for centuries to come. So I hope you enjoyed that brief little history about Louis VI. We'll talk about Louis VII at a later date. Okay, back to the battlefield. So far, slowly but surely trying to surge in. Nice. So they actually pushed out in this gateway. So we can now go in. We didn't even need to destroy it. They got a little bit further back there. So this is a bit of a brutal siege at the moment. So if we can be half as successful as Louis was historically, we should be able to have a pretty good campaign. But at this time, he's getting a little bit old, so he's not going to be with us for too much longer, I would imagine. But let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions, of course. Maybe there's other aspects of French history you'd like me to research and we can talk about. Maybe, I think what we'll do is, if we have a general taking a command in battle that we haven't talked about, who has some French history, I think we'll talk about them. We'll sort of do like a Historical spotlight. Per battle. Okay, so we don't really need to grind them on the walls. If we can take the town square from them, we could try and snipe it that way. So let's try and move on up. So I think being hyper aggressive, particularly with this rebel territory in and around France, just because there's so much of it, we should try and take it. I think sitting back and being passive is not the play, nor going to war with various factions pretty early on. The thing is, the French territory is pretty exposed. Nowhere near as much as the HRE campaign. At least we have the... what is it? The Atlantic Ocean? Yeah, to our west. So we don't have any factions over there. But with the HRE campaign, we were surrounded by Danes and Vikings to the north. Then you got the Italian states. You got your Poles and your Hungarians. You're basically surrounded from all sides. So France is a little bit exposed to the north, and obviously Great Britain within England, and then obviously the Kingdom of England has those historic claims on Aquitaine. We could be threatened over the Pyrenees. I hope not, but that is still definitely an option. I think because there's no rebel territory, I guess there's Nice, but the fact that the HRE hold Marseille, I don't think that Venice or Pisa are probably going to do an expedition, as it were, into southern France. Okay, nice. So we've got some units here now that have captured the town square. Yep, and try and stop that from coming up. Perfect. So we've gone and sniped the town square. We've initiated the countdown. We're actually 70% not favoured to win this one, so we do have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, let's hold them back. But let me know in the comments as well. Series you would like me to do on the channel. Obviously every Total War is open, but it's in the month of December. I've got some time off, and I'm down to record a bunch of series. So let me know. I do have a huge back catalogue of content, but maybe I need to redo some of those older series. Alright, a close victory. We were able to win that one. Good order and discipline in any army are to be depended upon more than courage alone. Yes. Gand is now ours. And, ooh, I think I'm tempted to sack the settlement. Yeah, let's do that. Now, it's mostly Roman Catholic, so we're going to be able to assimilate it quite quickly. But now we're making, what, 2,300 per turn from there? We should be able to fix our financial woes. We will have to keep an eye on the territory in Normandy, though. Alright, let's end the turn and continue. Alright, welcome to the top of the turn. I could redeploy my bishop slightly. We have a heretic we can deal with. Nice! You blasphemer, get out of here! Let's move you to Dijon. We want to make some mustard! Dijonnaise. I don't know if that's very popular wherever you guys live, but in Australia, we have some fantastic Dijonnaise. It tastes fantastic. Alright, so let's go and take Dijon. And we're playing with Prince Louis. Yeah. There's daggers in men's smiles. Yikes. Macbeth. I actually didn't mind that movie. With Michael Fassbender. He's a wicked actor. He's in so much good stuff. He's great in Inglourious Basterds. Yeah, he's actually up there, the Fassbender. That scene where he's smoking the cigarette in Inglourious Basterds. Well, if I'm going out, chaps, I'd rather speak the King's speech. Is that true? That, like, has anyone seen that movie where, like, Germans, basically he was a British spy pretending to be German, And they picked up that he was a spy because Germans count different on their fingers than British people. Is that true? I don't know. It could be bullshit. Quentin Tarantino likes feet, so I don't know. Might be a bit brain rotted. Okay, let's slowly but surely move up. And yeah, why not? Let's talk about some history about Prince Louis VII, who will eventually become our king. So Louis VII, known as Louis the Younger, was born July 1120, the son of Louis VI. He inherited the throne in 1137, succeeding his father, and his reign would be marked by significant challenges and changes. One of the defining events of Louis VII's reign was his participation in the Second Crusade. In 1147, he joined the expedition led by the Holy Roman Emperor Conrad III and the Germanic king in exile, Conrad's nephew. Unfortunately, the campaign proved to be largely unsuccessful, facing both military and logistical difficulties. Louis returned to France in 1147 without achieving the desired results, and this experience had a lasting consequence for his reputation and the stability of his rule. Louis's personal life also played a role in shaping his reign. His marriage to Eleanor of Aquitaine, a powerful and independent heiress, initially strengthened the Capetian dynasty, but adding vast territories to the French crown. However, the marriage eventually soured, leading to an annulment in 1152. Eleanor would go on to marry Henry Plantagenet, who later became King Henry II of England. This union significantly increased the power and influence of the Plantagenet dynasty and created tensions between France and England for years to come. Unfortunately, Louis fumbled the bag, as it were. The divorce from Eleanor marked a challenging period for Louis VII, who faced internal rebellions and external threats to his authority. Despite these challenges, he sought to maintain and consolidate royal power. He continued his father's efforts to centralize governance and reform the administration and legal system within France. Louis passed away September 18, 1880, leaving the throne to his son, Philip II, also known as Philippe Augustus. Louis the Younger's reign was characterized by the complexities of medieval European politics, the challenges of crusading, and the impact of personal relationships on the broader geopolitical landscape. His legacy is intertwined with the changing dynamics of power in medieval Europe and the intrinsic relationship between monarchs and their territories. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of history about Louis VII. He's an interesting character. Hopefully he doesn't have, well, too much of an interesting series for us. We want him to be a solid, normal king. Alright, back focusing in on the battle. We're slowly but surely surging through the city streets of Dijon, ready to bring one of these rebellious lords / independent territories into the French fold. Now, hopefully, as we expand near the HRE sphere of influence, they don't attack us, but let's just try and hope. Maybe our best bet is just to try and grab as much rebel territory as we can, because, hey, some of it might get just carved off us, unfortunately. But this battle seems to be going a little bit better. It actually seems a little bit harder to push into the narrow streets of this town. I guess it's a little bit more compact because it's significantly smaller. And then we have secured our eastern border. There might be a little bit of northern territory. Is it Utrecht? I think. Maybe sort of some of that Dutch territory to the north. But now we're going to be bordering bang smack with the HRE. I will try and go around as well and get Louis married off. I think Eleanor at this point has been married. So, we can't court her. Unfortunately. So we might have to go with someone else. I don't know initially what princesses are available. I probably should check. Because obviously every single faction starts at the same date. So there's probably a list of available princesses from turn 1. And then from like turn 5, 6, 7 or so. I wish I had that list. But we've won a glorious victory here today. By the grace of God. Christ is king, baby. Alright, Dijon is now ours. And let's occupy. We don't need to sack, and we don't need to get bad relations. Because we're getting our finances back on track. Once we have reliable end of turns. Okay, so 4 turns in. We're looking good. We're looking good, good looking. Alright, let's mobilize. And... okay, so no, there is a territory here. Louvain. Okay, so let's try and take that. I thought it was like Utrecht up there. Okay, so let's grab that then. So then we'll have all of the Eastern Territory. I was one off. No, we don't want to get Louis married off if we can. We want to try and find a princess. Okay, so let's leave Dijon and the mustard manufacturing facilities as we want to try and push to Clermont. And then we'll address the southern situation. But ideally, if we can avoid a war on 2 fronts between the HRE and England, that would be ideal. Okay, let's get some more units. Move my diplomat around. Alright, let's continue on. Let's start racking up the turns. So let's move this army to Clermont. I might have to wait a little bit, get some more additional reinforcements. I don't think I have too many high-ranking generals as well as other family members. If we've got some daughters we can marry into. De Bleur. Oh, we actually have a De Bleur with us. Interesting. Okay. Louis 3-star command. The Count of Flanders. Let's try and siege that out. Maybe get some archers or so. I suppose we manually play this one as well. They have 1,000. We outnumber them by 400. Oh, he's actually a better commander than the king in his old age. In a fight, anger is as good as courage. That's a very Welsh thing to say. Can a man be brave if he's afraid? It's the only time a man can be brave. Oh, that goddamn fucking quote. Speaking of Wales, that could be a potential target. We could maybe snipe some of that English rebel territory, potentially. We'll have to see how we go. It's going to be hard to conquer England, though. I ideally want to try and kick them out of Aquitaine and France, but will the Pope let me do that? I don't know. I don't want to get excommunicated. We might need to get some assassins to Rome. Also, we're going to have to keep an eye on doing crusades at some point as well. We'll try and send Prince Louis. Hopefully he doesn't fail and become an actual loser king. Okay. So let's go with another siege. Another classic. An epic. A brutal. All the adjectives. Medieval siege. I do find that in SSHIP, you tend to siege more. Which is, meh, whatever. You do have to manually play more, because the auto-resolve is just deliberately unfavorable, but hey. So be it. Hey, if you like medieval sieges, you will like this mod more, so I guess. I'm more of a land battle guy. If you know what I mean. What do you guys prefer, sieges or land battles? Let me know. Alright, here comes the battering ram. As we go for our third rebel settlement. Okay, they're going to try and hold. Archers doing well, arcing their shots up on the walls. Loose formation.
Our men have reached the wall. The battering ram is in place.
Slowly expanding the French Empire. I feel like you could really misplay this faction though, because you're just surrounded by so much rebel territory. If you go for the wrong one, I think expanding outwards to Dijon and Gand is probably the play, rather than going for, like, I don't know, Brittany or Clermont. Okay. Got a couple of units routing, but the unit roster is really good. I'm actually liking it a lot. I wonder if they actually have a better roster than the Kingdom of England, potentially. Yeah, just like looking on face value, it does look like France has a better unit roster than England. We've done a fair few SSHIP campaigns. HRE, Byzantine, and England, so I do want to try and do many more. Okay. Pushing in now, well and truly. They're routing. And capitulating. Now, thankfully, they don't have too many units in the town square. Maybe try and flank with you. I'm going to try and move my cavalry around the back here. Okay. The men seem to be fatigued and tired in the cold weather conditions. Things are a little bit snowed in. Alright, maybe try and cycle charge. Now, we probably can be a little bit more hyper-aggressive with him.
Winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
He's getting a little bit old. Was he 53, 54? Nice. We've managed to get rid of their general.
Is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Try and target those hunters.
The enemy is badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
They're still holding pretty good morale, though.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
So those armored sergeants. Let's go again. Man, they're making us fight the absolute bitter end on this one. The Saxon Hussars I recruited are getting smashed down on. Nice. The countdown has been initiated.
This is an act heroic which only belongs to men of great
Clear victory. Only 500 or so lost. Fortune favours the audacious. Fortune favours the bold. I prefer that quote more. The goddess Fortuna.
We have claimed this day. Victoire most noble, mon roi. We have triumphed.
Alright. Laverne is now ours. Oh, okay. So 53. Little bit wounded. Something I have to keep an eye on. Okay, still sieging out Clermont. Would like to commit more military forces. The garrison is quite big. Man, some of these rebel / independent realm territory is a lot stronger than what I sort of anticipated. Okay, I want to try and leave some units here, and I suppose we try and move him south? Oh, hang on. But at least this territory is making us a decent amount of money. Couple thousand per turn. Ain't no Constantinople making 10k plus, but it is what it is. Okay, so I finally found a princess, and Lettia, the affectionate of the Republic of Pisa, is open to a marriage alliance with Prince Louis. So, 5-star, not too shabby. We've already waited 7 turns or so, but I think that's enough. So, Louis has now been married off. He still has 2 brothers as well, though. Okay, still building up our military strength and forces in Clermont, and we'll try and take said city. Okay, nearly strong enough. Let's get some more territory in Paris, some of the surrounding territory. Let's move him this way. Let's get King Louis to come down and help. Let's move you in. I might even just grab some of those mercenaries. Now are we strong enough? Hang on. I could give Louis the command, because the king is severely wounded, and we want to try and get Prince Louis' authority up. So let's make sure there's a full stack there. Hang on, let's maintain the siege. Yep, cool. I'm probably cool to auto-resolve this one. Yeah, no, we're good. We outnumber them 2-1. Clear victory. Clermont has fallen. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like Bordeaux has fallen to the Kingdom of Castile and Leon. Not exactly something I wanted.
Ready and able.
Let's do this. Perfect. We don't want anyone to rebel.
Ready
Can I
and
move you
able.
here? Can I get you on the move again? No.
Discreetly, Seigneur.
Yeah, Bordeaux is under their control. That sucks. But that territory's rebel to the west. Okay, slowly but surely rebuilding back up. We've had a couple contiguous sieges back to back to back. We've
Seigneur.
lost a couple of units here and there.
Your will, Seigneur. By your will,
Let's move you further south.
Seigneur.
Faction-wise, we haven't been threatened by anything, which is good. Any other factions? Ooh. Haven't done too much construction overall. Candidate for adoption? No, thank you. A little bit of repairing overall. Okay. Let's move my spy south. So Toulouse is rebel. And they own Bordeaux. Oh, Poitiers has been taken. Damn.
Ready and able.
I could have gone for it. Angers.
With honor.
I think Brittany's not under their control. Alright, we're going to move to Toulouse and try and take the castle, which is definitely going to be easier said than done. Toulouse is a
We shall camp here.
massive castle. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think we fought a castle battle. No, none of these were castles. They're all towns / cities. So we'll rebuild back up. Okay, this is going to be a real big test for the French military industrial complex.
As you wish. Mon roi. Oui.
Let's move you further south. We eventually want to get Louis with another army, because we've only got
Ready and
essentially one full stack at the moment. We got to 1.2, but
your victory, Seigneur.
that well and truly got chipped down.
By your will, Seigneur.
Alright, let's move you to more of an advanced position. On the move, my lord. Okay.
Ready and
Well, let's besiege Toulouse
glory to mon roi.
with King Louis, and we'll set the prince back
Orders, Seigneur. Ready and able.
to get some of those additional reinforcements. Oh, I can't move all of them out.
Ready and able.
I guess I can move my spy up here.
Orders.
Oh, okay. England have trespassed against me. That's not very Catholic of them.
Mon Seigneur.
They sit in Orleans, and they also have one in an ambush stance. Guillaume.
Orders. Mon roi.
Might have to deal with them. Oh, okay. So I had those units that were going to go to Toulouse. They might need to be reallocated, as it were. Alright, let's continue on. A new cathedral for Paris, historically. Royal crowns. Yeah, we haven't got him coronated yet, because we haven't got all that core territory. It's probably going to be quite some time, actually, before that happens. I think like 2 pieces of territory
Orders.
belong to the HRE.
Ready and able.
Okay, so let's reorganize this army slightly.
Ready and able.
Then we'll move in Louis,
Seigneur.
the prince.
Orders.
Nice.
Joining forces, Seigneur. Mon roi.
Probably move some of those cardinals around.
Seigneur.
I don't think we've had a really successful
Oui.
cardinal, though.
Mon roi.
I'm trying to remember the last time I've had a priest / cardinal actually become pope. It's probably been quite some time. I don't usually play the bishop Game of Thrones, as it were.
Hands, mon roi. We shall camp here. Orders. Mon roi. Mon roi. By your will, Seigneur. Our men are exhausted, Seigneur. For the honor of France, we will attack.
Alright. Okay, we outnumber them 2-1. Let's fight this one on the battlefield. Now, I'm gonna click off, allow the AI to control it, because I don't want the AI just flinging and throwing in our faction air. The dudes are recently married. We can't allow that. Now, we'll have to be a little bit careful with the drum towers on this one. As it is a pretty strong, pretty built up castle. Okay, let's move there. Let's go, 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 go. Two rams, just in case the one goes. 4 ladders. We're fine on that front.
Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
So, if we can basically eliminate all the rebel territory / independent realms around us as we end episode 1, that would be a good sign, I think. Nice. Units from the French Grand Armée have arrived. Huh. They're actually allowing us to take the walls. Interesting. Oh, and they might have come out as well. Okay. Chipping away against them. Now, this army doesn't have, well, too much experience. As it's relatively, in the grand scheme of things, recently recruited. Excuse me. A little bit back and forth. A little bit argy-bargy. Either side hasn't really got the ascendancy. Yikes, we've got 3 units routing now. Uh-oh. Maybe we need to move the king up to help with morale.
We have captured the enemy's walls.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're in. Okay. Now, a couple sergeants. The cavalry could be an issue. I don't know if we're going to win this one. We are really struggling to push through, boys. Boys and girl. Hang on. Maybe I need to move in the king and the prince. Help rotate and cycle charge. No, I am keen to be a little bit more aggressive with the king. Oh my god, why is the background so dark and gloomy? Can you see that? Looks like bloody Mount Doom. Is that a texture bug? What is that? Yeah, it seems very dark and gloomy. Mordor-esque. Speaking of that, I haven't played DAC or Third Age in quite some time. Is still DAC the most popular mod? DAC AGO, or what do the boys play these days? I want to do some more Medieval 2 fantasy mods, but I've just been focusing on the historical. I can't be the only one. So many campaigns, so little time for Total War.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Man. Got to give it to the brave inhabitants of Toulouse. They are fighting to the absolute goddamn bitter end. Ideally want to try and neutralize those hunters.
Très bien. The enemy general lies dead. We have sent the cur to hell.
Oh, that worked. I'm surprised their general lasted so long. My God. Some of those units are still holding on. I just can't really not cycle charge the king in. I don't know. He's old, so if he does die, it's not that big of a deal. He ain't getting any younger. He's probably got 5 years on him. We don't need to keep his bodyguard fresh and dandy. Okay, now just onto this last unit now. Let's go again. Move you back. Oh, we don't want him to get sandwiched, though. We do want to try and still cycle charge. Okay, so now we need to move him back. Oh my god. It's been so long since I've had one unit in a general's bodyguard, and it be the general/king. Alright, you can sit back there. We'll get the Prince Louis to try and cycle. Nice. Oh my. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, fellas. Hang on. So, unfortunately, our infantry has completely buckled and capitulated. I'm going to move my archers in to try and get back some control. Hang on. Maybe go with a flammable shot. Hang on, you go there. There we go. I thought it such a low angle and I can't even say trajectory. What's the word? Why can't I say it? Trigonometry, trajectory. Fuck. Trajectory. Fuck. Why couldn't I say that? Anyway, I thought the low angle, it actually did more damage there. Okay, so we're just going back to hit points. Oh my god, bro. Okay, we're out of ammunition now. I guess we charge and try and cycle with the 6 there with the prince. But we got to be careful. I don't want to lose him at the absolute end of this. Right, hang on. Form back up. Let's move you here. Charge. For death and glory. For force. Vive la France! S'il vous plaît! Motherfucker! Let's go again. Nice. 3. Oh, come on. I think we got him. Go again. Oh my. Oh my. Wait, we've initiated the countdown. Go again. Oh, gotta be so careful. Move the king in. 12 archers remaining. Oh, come on. There's only 11 of them. 6. Go on. Again. 3. Nice, we won. What? Close defeat? How? There was... Oh! It was the timer. Oh my god. It wasn't us who initiated the countdown. It was the timer running out. Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah? Selecting an heir. What? Oh no. How did we get a noble death? It didn't pop up. Oh my god. At least he had a daughter. Oh no. Louis Capet is dead. And now one of the cousins has risen to the throne. Oh, so it's Robert now? We're going to have to find another princess. Prince Raoul. He's quite old though. Oh, it's unfortunate Robert didn't come of age. Oh no. I guess we could look up the history of Robert Capet. But no, unfortunately, in this alternative timeline, Prince Louis will definitely never go on Crusade or marry Eleanor of Aquitaine. Oof. Oh, that's annoying. We got so close to taking the settlement. Oh well, we need to build up an army. Oh, we got... How did we lose that? Well, at least we've whittled it down so much. We can just waltz on in there. If I manually play it, I should be able to win it. You'd think they got like nothing inside. The Kingdom of Castile and Leon wants to negotiate. What do they want? Trade rights. Sure. Let's open up the trade lanes between Spanish-held Bordeaux and Clermont. Alright, we're going to re-siege Toulouse. Agents-wise, we're fine. Wait, hang on. Oh, come off it. Why did they... How did they spawn more? Oh, that's ridiculous. Redonkulous. Where did they come from? Frustration is the word that comes to mind. AI spawning shit out of nothing. Yeah, right. Alright, let's move more units down. Damn, we lost the prince. Sucks. Oh well. Let's pick up some more units from Paris. So now we've got a full stack in Orleans. We'll look to move out and get on the move again. Sweet. I guess we can negotiate with the HRE. I'd rather an alliance with them. I don't think they've got a princess. Need more units. Alright. The majority of my forces are in Orleans now. Let's get rid of that rebel army, which is becoming more of a nuisance. Right, we'll get down here and we shall re-attempt to take Toulouse. We're only a little bit away now. Alright. Well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to wind things down here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed episode 1 of my Medieval 2 Total War Definitive Edition SSHIP France campaign. We've managed to incorporate an abundance of rebel/independent realm territory. We lost the prince, which is a bit of a hiccup, but we're building up to eventually make plans in preparations to go against England or the HRE. I think securing the English territory first is probably the play, rather than the HRE. They're probably a little bit too strong at the moment. Robert Capet has now come of age, second-born son of King Louis. Unfortunately, Prince Louis died in the Battle of Toulouse in the last episode, as we went around trying to expand and conquer all of the independent realms. So we are currently pushing for Toulouse now. We nearly conquered them. We actually lost narrowly, but we managed to take Clermont, Dijon, Gand, and now we can move on in with an auto-resolve and take Toulouse. So I don't think there's any more rebel territory in and around us. I will send my spy to go out and have a bit of a scout, but we might have to look to go to war with, ideally, the Kingdom of England. We've got Aragon trespassing there, but I don't think that's going to amount to anything. We had England, we had the HRE trespass a couple times, so we'll see. Oh, that's actually Aragon. Interesting. So that's not the Kingdom of Castile and Leon, which are occupying the city or border. Okay. Slowly mobilizing everyone. We'll probably get Prince Robert down there. We want to try and get him married off as well to a princess as soon as we can. Okay. Just restructuring our army build down in Toulouse. And make things look a bit better. Right. That's a lot manageable, I think. We're a little bit weak infantry-wise, but we should be alright now to leave Toulouse and go to Poitiers. Maybe even Normandy, we'll see. Okay, bishops-wise, got a bunch of them. I do want to try and play the cardinal game where I can. What's the best way to farm bishops in stainless steel SSHIP? Like, are you better off to like moving them to far-flung regions? I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's so annoying. They sat there for a while. Now we're at war with the Kingdom of Aragon, so we're gonna have to double back. War has broken out between the French and the Spanish. Well, technically not the Spanish. I guess it'd be Catalonia. The Catalonians would be the correct and apt term. Candidate for adoption, Pons de Guzon. That's a cool name. Joined the Crusade. Oh, and the Pope has called a crusade. Well, unfortunately, Prince Louis is dead, so he can't throw the crusade this time around. I guess we'll send Robert. Okay, so Alvaro Ramirez and Garcia Ramirez. As King Louis comes back, we're going to fight this one against the Kingdom of Aragon. Okay, and then I guess we'll try and push for Barcelona now. Okay, didn't anticipate a war with Aragon here today, to be honest. Actually didn't think we'd be going to war at all with Aragon, ideally, in this series. Let's get rid of the one true king. Let's not let the king return. I always think of Lord of the Rings Aragon anytime the Kingdom of Aragon is mentioned. Alright, so a couple of spearmen, axemen. We don't really have any decent footmen. We've got an abundance of archers, though, as they were able to be recruited from turn 1. Alright, so a war has now broken out with us and Aragon. They should be focusing on the Reconquista, you would think. Now, they have taken the high ground position. Oh, it's pouring down with rain as well. Couldn't get much worse. The snow will now turn to slush. Oh, but the reinforcements are coming from behind. They're being quite aggressive, though. Let's try and advance up. We should be able to pin them down from the top of that hill. Okay, we've got a cavalry engagement on the left-hand flank. Oh my god, we're engaging the general's bodyguard there. Nice. Okay, so it looks like they're going to try and close the distance on us. We might have to give out an attack order soon. Let's move the king up, who is a little bit old and senile now, unfortunately, in his old age. So the infantry can charge now. Let's go, 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 go. Archers raining fire and death upon Aragon. The reinforcements crushing them from atop. Now, historically, I'm assuming there was probably some internal conflicts and skirmishes on the border between Aragon and France. I'm not too well versed, but I'm assuming there was probably the occasional marriage alliance here and there. You would imagine that both would have participated in the Second Crusade. Maybe there was some French volunteers going to fight in Iberia in the Reconquista. So far we're doing tremendously well on the field of battle. We're going to be able to crush 2 high-ranking family members, and then I suppose we push towards Barcelona. Not a core French territory Barcelona, or that region around Catalonia, but it should be quite profitable, especially on the coast. Coastal territory, particularly in Medieval 2 and SSHIP, is so good. Definitely better to have cities and towns on the coast than castles. The only problem is the Pope might get involved. But if we keep this up, we're going to win a glorious victory. I suppose they were trying to go for Toulouse when it was rebel occupied. Maybe they had some intelligence, or maybe they knew that we lost the first assault and ultimately Prince Louis was taken out, unfortunately. But can never underestimate Medieval 2 Total War surprise attacks, even in SSHIP. The AI can be ruthless. A little bit obvious though, sitting on the border, but I don't know, sometimes it doesn't happen. As soon as we moved away though, they tried to pounce. But they must have trespassed through Kingdom of Castile and Leon territory, like, surely. Anyway. I would like to ransom, but I'm going to release. Quite often they never pay in this mod that I've found, so it's probably not a bad idea to be more chivalrous. Okay, well now we need to move my diplomat to that region. And thankfully King Louis has some movement, so looks like the old king, the old badger, is going to be moving south. And we're going to try and take as much territory from them as we can. A little bit of a diversion. Hopefully England, nor the HRE, join in on this war. That would, well, seriously complicate things. Okay, moving more additional reinforcements down as well. We'll get Robert Capet in as soon as we can. We still have 2 other generals, which are sitting further back. The De Bleu and the Guillaume. Alright. I was thinking we could actually keep Prince Robert in Paris for a bit, but he actually might get some more assistance doing military training. Like, he could be king soon. Okay, we're going to not let him get married off. An ecclesiastic council, rioting in Toulouse. Annoying. And who's this? Oh, Pierre Capet has now come of age as well. This is the 3rd born son of the king. Okay. So, do we still... Oh, I think technically we do have that alliance with Pisa still. So it looks like that Robert will be king probably a lot earlier than what I anticipated. Okay, so can we reshuffle any of these units further down? No. We'll get... Hang on. Let's go like that. Perfect. Alright, let's trespass over the border. Oh, we found a... Wait, what? Oh, we're still at war with them. Hang on a minute. If we attack a crusading army, that's going to get us excommunicated. Okay. I wonder if they attack us, it works. Let's get Robert and his brother to go south. So... Okay, let's just kill my movement. I wish I could have foreseen those units there. Alright, so Robert Capet and his brother. Geez, some of those units like 1, 2, 3. Yikes. Anything else we can do here? Hemorrhaging a little bit of cash at the moment because we've got 2 armies in the open field. Still keeping a watchful eye on England. We'll try and get some more of those men-at-arms swordsmen down. They're good, but they are very, very expensive. Like, France has a really strong and good unit roster, but it's just expensive more or less. Oh my god. The HRE has a full stack in Arles. Arles and Lyon. 2 pieces of our core territory we want. Crusade crowd grows. We'll keep an eye on it. We will join at some point, but because it's so far away, I don't think... The thing is, like, usually when those crusades are in the Far East, you just don't arrive there in time. Okay, they're gone. So we'll join at the last minute. Alright, let's besiege Barcelona. I'm assuming this is Barcelona. And we've still got another turn. I could get this army to go on crusade, but technically attack and go out for this. Still trying to maintain some semblance of public order in Toulouse. More troops moving past Clermont. Oh, it's a shame that Poitiers fell to the English. We're pretty weak up there though. Alright, let's end the turn and continue. Here today we're going to have the Siege of Barcelona. We're continuing our French campaign under the reign of King Louis and Prince and heir Robert Capet. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Alrighty, just to quickly recap the last episode, we managed to take the independent settlement of Toulouse, incorporating it into the Kingdom of France. As we left, the treacherous Aragonese came out of the bushes, came out of the scrubs in Barcelona and attacked. We threw them back, crushing their army, and now we have to deal with this siege. We've also got a crusade happening as well, so we probably have to join it. And yeah, still trying to grow the Kingdom of France. We want to try and throw out the Kingdom of Castile and Leon in Bordeaux eventually. Same with the Kingdom of England in those Aquitaine territory, and also there's a bit of a border dispute between us and the HRE. Now, unfortunately, we did lose Prince Louis, who eventually historically becomes King of France, and our heir and soon-to-be future king, Robert. I thought we'd talk about him historically, what sort of happened to him. In this alternative timeline, he's more than likely going to be king at some point. So, Robert I, Count of Dreux. He was a prominent medieval noble, born around roughly 1123. He was the second son of Louis VI of France. His father, Louis VI, called Louis the Fat. We talked about him earlier in the series. Robert's upbringing was within the royal court, and it exposed him to a wide variety of medieval politics. So, in 1137, Robert married Angèle de Galande, establishing an important connection with the French aristocracy. Following his father's death in 1137, Robert's older brother, King Louis, ascended to the throne. Robert, as the younger son, didn't inherit the crown, but received substantial lands, including the Count of Dreux, as a part of his inheritance. Throughout his life, Robert played an active role in the political landscape of medieval France. He participated in various military campaigns, including the Second Crusade, alongside his brother, Louis VII. Despite facing challenges during the Crusade, Robert demonstrated his military prowess and strategic acumen. In 1152, Robert's marriage to Angèle was annulled, and he remarried to Yolande, who was another woman from an influential French family. One of Robert's most notable achievements was the establishment of the Carpathian House of Dreux. His descendants would go on to play significant roles in French history and European. Robert's son, Robert II, became the first Duke of Brittany through his marriage to the heiress. Robert, Count of Dreux, died in 1188, leaving a small notable legacy in medieval Europe. He contributed to the Crusades, unfortunately which were unsuccessful. He was a pretty skilled diplomat and established the House of Dreux in feudal medieval France. So in this alternative timeline, he is going to be our future king. We might need to look to get him married off at some point as well. Now we might look at his brother Pierre at some point as well, maybe do some history on him. But let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions, and other French/medieval history topics you'd like me to research, and we can talk about it in the next video. Alright, focusing back onto the Siege of Barcelona. Our archers are doing well. They've expended pretty much all of their ammunition. My infantry is flooding into the city. Now, unfortunately, we don't have that many strong armored sergeants or solid men-at-arms, so it's going to be a little bit grindy here. We are still fighting with tier 1 units. But so far, this siege seems to be going within our favour. King Louis the Fat, is still doing quite well. He's still holding on. Nearly in his 60s. He's a little bit senile, the old dog, but he's still actively commanding quite well. But this is already, as you can sort of see as we move in, a glorious, this is a beautiful European city on the coast. Barcelona, I believe it's the capital we're probably going after. This could be an absolute jewel on the coast for the Kingdom of France. I have no ambition to go any further into Aragon territory. What do they have? Is it Pamplona? No. Or is it like Zaragoza? I can't really remember what other territory they have. But controlling the trade on our southwest coast is absolutely massive. I'm sure Robert, we probably could make him the Duke of Barcelona potentially. Fools. I had no ambition to go after Aragon, but now we're here. We might as well stay and bring French feudal authority to the realm. It's probably not a bad idea to actually maybe target them. They're not the biggest faction in Iberia. They're focusing on the Reconquista mostly. The Moors and Portugal. The Moors are usually quite strong in SSHIP. They're a very difficult faction for the AI to deal with from what I found. Okay, we've now made it to the town square. And if we keep this up, we're going to smash the enemy. So our first major war against a major faction / power. We're doing alright, ultimately. Just hope we don't get ganged up on. I wonder as well, were they potentially more at a disadvantage because they had to go on Crusade as well? Like, where did that half a stack go? That we were trying to intercept, but were told we're going to get excommunicated if we attacked. Maybe that's gone elsewhere. And kind of stuffed them. Okay. So, want to try and cycle charge. With the king. Just to break through that defensive block in the town square. Okay. We haven't lost as much as I would have thought. I actually think it's sometimes easier to take these larger castles than some of the smaller narrow towns in medieval too. Although they've got better skirmisher capabilities, arrow fire, towers, etc. Accuracy and damage. When it's just a bit wider, it's easier to progress into the town square. Yeah, this is actually going to be a massive coup for us. I wonder how much this settlement on the coast is producing per turn. If it's like 3,000, 4,000, whew. That is a huge boon and bounty for the kingdom. If it's below 2,000, I'd be a little bit disappointed, to be fair. I wonder. But anyway, we're about to take this settlement. Clear victory. Only 500 lost. They deployed 600, so basically traded on out. You must equip your skatatoi. Okay. So Barcelona has fallen to the French. We've pushed over the Pyrenees. We'll occupy the settlement. Okay, so it's making 2,600. A little bit more disappointing than what I would have thought. Any unique buildings here? No, not necessarily. Alright. It's a minor city. Well, let's replenish and repair. Let's advance. While we're at war with them for now, I think we'll continue upon the initiative. They mustn't have too many more settlements. We want to try and keep the upper hand and go until the Pope basically tells us to stop, which can still happen. Let's drop the taxes there. Alright, let's advance. Now, where is their settlement? I can't see. Can I build a watchtower? No, we got no. Oh no, I need to put you on Crusade. Hang on. Wait, there's not enough units? That's so bizarre. Well, we'll get Pierre Capet to go. Nice. We've joined now. So it looks like the Crusade has ended. Oh, and the Pope wants us to cease hostilities with Aragon. That's a shame. And, oh, the Crusader states took Halab. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we move back north then? Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. Well, yeah, in the last episode, Aragon surprise attacked us. We have managed to take Barcelona, which is nice. It's going to net us 2,500 per turn. I would have liked to go westward more towards Zaragoza. And, what other territory did they? Probably had Pamplona or something. So, I guess we're going to leave now then. Still want to try and get Prince Robert married off. Prince Raoul is 56, so he's not going to last too much longer. Maybe I should get rid of him. Maybe I should go get him knocked off. Potentially. So I can find a suitable princess for Robert after the fate of Louis. Oh, they're actually interested in a ceasefire. Well, perfect. Trade. For map, no. Alright. We'll take that. Okay, we're moving back now. I think I might go after Bordeaux. Oh, Constance has come of age. Oh, no. She has a chastity thing. Okay. 14. 2 heart. Yikes. We have Talbot de Bleu. We could marry her to him. That's probably not a bad idea. We'll see. I don't think there's anyone else. There was 2 other randomly generated generals. Oh, we lost a general there, actually. Is there anyone else? So Talbot. Oh, it was Guillaume. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get her to get married off to him then. Okay. And we'll move up to try and take Bordeaux. We still need Arles. We still need Lyon. And we still need the French-controlled territory. Sorry, the English-controlled territory in France. Okay, let's reshuffle my infantry across. Damn, because that general died. And because we're getting blocked, I can't leave Paris open. Portugal wants an alliance and trade? Yeah, maybe trade, but not an alliance. I'd rather not. Okay, so the army has made it back to Toulouse. Robert is moving back up, and we can probably actually hit Bordeaux from here, which is surprising. So we're going to declare war upon the Kingdom of Castile and Leon. Pope's not too happy. So hopefully we can take Bordeaux. Oh, okay. The prince is inside. There's another army outwards. Let's try and get some more reinforcements where we can. 20 turns into this French campaign. Things are looking good. Still need to get you married off. Maybe if we move you further south, you can get married quicker. Candidate for adoption. No, thanking you. Okay, so Prince Raoul is sitting there. We can probably pick up some forces there. And we'll keep a large military presence in the south. Can you get married off finally? Oh my god, Talbot's turned 50. He's gone bald. I was like, where's his blonde hair? Just disappeared. Alright, so Siege of Bordeaux. Oh, we can win. The Duke of Aquitaine. We outnumber them like 8-1. We can auto-resolve this one. Let's occupy Bordeaux and let's try and sue for peace quick smart with them. We probably technically don't border any Kingdom of Castile and Leon territory, you'd think. As it's mostly Aragon territory now. So they still hold Angers and Poitiers. Let's reshuffle my spies as well. Because I think we need to now start making plans and preparation for the moment you've been waiting for. A war with England. We want to try and kick off the 100 Years' War a lot earlier. Let's continue on. 23 turns into the campaign. Should we invite the Saxons in? 4,000. My lord, there are immigrants willing to come to the country. Sure. The Bedouins arise. End of a dynasty. A new era for Aragon. Yes, yes, yes. Rehousing the Saxons. Okay. Would you like peace? Oh, okay. So they might be open to it. No, unfortunately not. Okay. Still want to try and build up a military presence in Aragon. We've got some more troops coming from Toulouse. They have moved up an army, but we should be able to just run them down. King Louis is still dominating the battlefield. Oh, that's release. We want to be somewhat chivalrous. Just accidentally quick saved when I went to control A merge. And we've got 2 full stacks sitting around Bordeaux now. Let's get some more infantry. And then I guess we'll move to within striking range of Poitiers. Oh, right, yep, let's get those 2 married off. Constance Capet has now been renamed De Bleu. And we still need to get Pierre married off as well. Talbot de Bleu, 50. To charm the princess. So, hopefully we'll have some heirs, but we'll see how we go. 2 is not very good. Okay, it looks like the English have moved up to Orleans. They did that before, but they never attacked. No. The Moops, I do not want an alliance with you. No. I'd rather not. Leon, please. Would you like a ceasefire? No. How about I give them some money, potentially? That might sweeten the deal. Jacques Tristan. Oh, wait. The Kingdom of Castile and Leon got excommunicated. Wait, what? Rey Alfonso? Do they want peace now? Okay. Oh, because they probably knew that we could go to town on them. Yeah, I want to focus on England probably. Oh, maybe we should have. Damn. Oh, maybe... I kind of want to focus on France, though. I don't want to be drawn down into the Iberian sphere of influence because we'd have to deal with the Moors. So, what we're going to do is we're going to attack England. We're going to try and take Poitiers. Let's go against them. Alright. Oh, we might need to manually play that one. Oh, okay. They had an army hiding. Alright. Prince Robert is going to fight this one on the field. Start the deployment. So it's actually a bridge battle. Interesting. Not going to be too overly difficult. Try and rush over the bridge. Close the distance and start chipping away. Now let's talk about Peter's brother. We haven't spoke about him in this series. He's technically, what, second in line? Now, I read it as Pierre. Doing a little bit of research on the history, it says he's Peter the First. I guess it's been anglicized as that. So we're talking about Peter the First of Courtenay. So he was born 1126, and he was known for his involvement in the Crusades and his connection with the Latin Empire of Constantinople. So he was the son of King Louis the Fat. His life took a significant turn when in 1183 he joined the ranks of the leaders of the Fourth Crusade. The Crusaders, however, faced financial difficulties and ended up diverting from their intended path to the Holy Land. Instead, they besieged and eventually captured Constantinople in 1204. Following the conquest of Constantinople, Peter of Courtenay was declared Emperor of the Latin Empire of Constantinople in 1216, despite having been captured by the Bulgarians during the initial aftermath of the city's fall. Peter spent many years in captivity, and his rule as Emperor was largely symbolic. His reign was marked by struggles to maintain control over the territories the Crusaders had acquired. Tragically, Peter I of Courtenay died in captivity in 1219, never having fully realized the potential of his imperial title. His son, Robert of Courtenay, succeeded him as the Emperor of Constantinople, but the Latin Empire faced constant challenges and eventually fell in 1261 when the Byzantines recaptured Constantinople. Peter I's legacy was intertwined with complex and turbulence of the Fourth Crusade and the Latin Empire. While his reign was brief and marked by challenges, it was a pretty interesting life, poor Peter. Now, in this alternative timeline, the Crusade was successful and there was no divergence to Constantinople. Alright, nothing too complicated for this field battle, by the way, against the English. Pushed over the bridge, crushed them. Let's move on to the second phase. And I think we're running out of historic family members to talk about. There's not too many. Oh, maybe the king's daughter? What was her name? Constance. Maybe we could do a little bit of research into her. See what she was all about. But she married Talbot de Bleu in this campaign. Alright, so we initially went to go fight one English army. They were ambushing with two. So we'll try and run down as many of them as we can. And then we'll try and take Poitiers. Now, by the look of it, they have Angers and Normandy. I wonder if they control Brittany, potentially. But so far, been at war with three major factions. A loose peace with Aragon and Leon. Hopefully, will not attack us. Right, let's just try and run them down. Yeah. I guess in hindsight, I don't know. We could have pushed down. I'm a little bit in two minds about Spain getting excommunicated. The Kingdom of Castile and Leon, we could have like seized a lot of that northern territory. But in saying that, if we take it right, do I really want to be fighting the Moors? Like, it's a good opportunity to fully push advance and try and take as many settlements as you can from an excommunicated faction. But in saying that, it kind of diverts us from the goals of this campaign, which is the securing the integrity of sort of modern day France. And we also need Jerusalem. We want to focus on England as well. Alright, so success, great success. We'll release the captives. Relationships worsen with the Pontiff, that's fine. He wouldn't be too happy anyway. So Robert Capet, now 20, 3-star command, Duke of Paris. Solid commander. We're sieging out Poitiers, and alrighty, we're still currently under the reign of King Louis, who's 64. Not doing too well, the old, fat, senile man. The poor king. And we can get Robert married off as well. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, all that good stuff. We could marry him off here, but I think I want to try and risk finding some European princesses to marry. You get better traits, especially in the late game. It gives you more kingdom stability. It also gives you a free alliance as well. So you've got the opportunity, try and get them married off. Let's get rid of this heretic. Now, I've actually gone around and found 3 potential princesses, which is kind of massive. So there's a really fantastic princess here, 8 command. It's another Pisa princess. Now, unfortunately, Louis married a Pisan princess before, but I've actually found this woman. She's 7 charm, and it is a former Kingdom of Castile and Leon princess. So we're going to negotiate with them. We were currently at war with them before, so they've accepted, which is surprising. I believe they were excommunicated, so they might have actually been brought in because of that alliance. No, it didn't bring them back. But I think, yeah, not having a double alliance with Pisa is probably not a bad idea. But also, I do believe we probably killed her brother in the siege of Bordeaux. So I guess that's a bit of compensation, as it were. Okay, so still sieging out the English in Poitiers. Giles Black is inside. He's now 40, so no need to play that one. We outnumber them 6-7 to 1 or whatever it is. We'll occupy. We've already crushed 1/2 a stack against the English in the last episode, so we'll try and mobilize and push for Angers, and then we'll try and take Normandy as well. Okay, so Brittany hasn't fallen to the English. We'll siege out Angers, and then we'll move a secondary army with the Prince. Prince Robert can go north after his successful Spanish marriage. So let's siege, and we'll try and move some more additional reinforcements up from Paris, as Normandy can be a little bit of a difficult settlement to take. We want to try and get some of the best we have available, and I guess we could replenish them in Paris, but we'll move them up instead. Toulouse, oh yeah, Barcelona's not looking too good actually. We've got to keep an eye on that. We took that from Aragon in their surprise attack. We'll move up Peter, the prince's brother. Alright, things are looking good in the Kingdom of the Franks. Let's continue on. I suppose we wait to see how the English react. I wonder if they're at war with Scotland, actually. Will they start flooding troops back over to mainland France? Okay, so interesting. So Peter's been attacked. There's no general in sight. Alright, we're going to have to manually fight this one. Oh, wow, okay. So, the siege of Normandy isn't going to take place. They have sallied out to fight us. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Here come the Dreux. Okay. Now, I don't want Peter to get taken out here, so I might sacrifice essentially those 4 units, let them take it for the team, and we'll try and rally up with Robert. Now, oh, maybe I should have. Actually, I stuffed up. We can hit this cavalry unit, but in hindsight, maybe I should have taken control of the reinforcing, because then because we're gonna have to let the AI do it. Okay, we could have issues here, but we'll see how we go. All right, the swordsmen are gonna take one for the team. So far in this war against England, we haven't fought any high-ranking generals. We haven't seen a Plantagenet or a de Bleu anywhere. Haven't seen King Henry or any fantastic generals. We crushed 2 captain armies, generalists, and even in Normandy itself. Yeah, no one's in here. Okay, so what's happening here with that army? I guess we go on the attack. Okay. It does seem like the AI is taking the initiative to move the siege equipment up. Or maybe they can try and take the settlement as the army comes out. A bit of a bait. They saw 3rd in line, Prince Peter, and then Prince Robert swung around sneakily from behind. Okay. I suppose that's going to work. We've got some heavy cavalry engaging us here. Damn. I just got to protect Peter, but we should be okay. They're going to pull out. What's that? 26? No, we're good. We can probably fight that. They've overextended a bit.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true,
just got to cross our fingers and hope that Peter Capet can be competent enough in his command to take the settlement. Nice. We killed Captain Harold. I wonder if he's Harold. Very Viking name. I suppose he's up here in Normandy. It probably works out quite well. It's probably fitting. There's still a bunch of Vikings of Rollos lying in and around here. Okay, so Prince Robert's army has made it inside. They're starting to go through the city streets. Unfortunately, it looks like they've made a beeline to the town square to try and protect it. Try and wait for this gateway to get it under our control. We might be able to get Peter in. Oh, they've really consolidated. Okay. Might have to be a little bit careful. Our family tree isn't the largest compared to, well, even the HRE, the Byzantines. Yeah, even in England, they had the split between the Plantagenets and de Bleus. I'm just trying to reflect on my other series. Like, I feel like the French family tree is very, very small. Very few branches, so you have to be very protective of your family members when they're commanding as generals. Okay, so they've got some Norman sergeants there. Yikes. They're going to be a little bit hard to push against. Okay, still consolidating. Oh, okay. So unfortunately, one unit of light French men-at-arms did push up, but they just got ultimately crushed. That's disappointing to see. Let's move up the second wave. Alright, here we go. They've recovered. And now we have an English-French clash. Shields and swords clattering and clanging. A lot of snow here in Normandy. Does it snow that much in there, in the north? I guess. Maybe it's just colder, because it's medieval stuff. No central heating. Look at them pumping out smoke, some of those houses. Christ. The AI is not doing too good pushing. Yikers. I might have staffed up. Might have done a bit of a misplay. We'll see. Okay, they are coming in. Okay, this is a bit better. A unit's starting to rout, and the AI is actually taking a two-pronged attack. Good. Bit better to see. Now, thankfully, during the end term, we're going to be able to take Normandy. I wonder if they're going to ask for a ceasefire soon. That'd be annoying if they do. We want to try and take as much territory from them as we can. We're in a really good position now. Alliance, territory-wise. I wonder if Pisa is probably going to preoccupy the HRE in Italy. So maybe making an alliance with them earlier on is quite shrewd. Same with the Kingdom of Castile and Leon. It's a shame they took Bordeaux. I had nothing against them, but I needed the territory. Probably Aragon's more of our natural enemy anyway. Okay, I think we can win this one. Can I somehow get Peter around? Like to try and do some cycle charging. Okay, maybe not. Now, thankfully, Robert hasn't lost hardly any of his infantry. So this has turned into basically a siege. Went from a field battle that I thought, but yeah. It's basically just gone into a siege that I'm not controlling. A little bit weird, but whatever. Oh, a little bit of a spray of arrow fire. Okay.
They have lost half their men.
Yeah, try and go around that other side if you can. Yeah, go that way, mate. Oh no, here's a bit quicker. Go there. Alright, quickly now, double time. And nice two-pronged attack. Perfect. And then the side and angle of opportunity will try and cycle charge there. Oh, we're actually dragging them out of their position. It's not terrible. Nice, keep going. These Axe militia are going to fight to the last man. England just has some light militia and spears sitting in here now. Nothing too difficult or overly complicated to deal with. Nice. Let's go again. Perfect. Okay. Only a few units remaining now. Nice. We've initiated the countdown. Yes, okay. Just double checking just in case it was the time running out. Nice. Clear victory. Oh, glorious one. 700 to their 1,000. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Nice. We've taken Normandy. Let's occupy. And now they only have, what, one piece of territory in France. Will we be able to get it, though? Who knows? No. Raymond, I will not adopt you. Okay. So, unfortunately, we've been told to cease hostilities. Blanchette Capet. Kate Blanchett is a princess. Okay, so we're going to have to stop that then. Unfortunately, damn, we cannot take Angers. Stop the siege. I guess we go to Brittany. Yeah, because we're just there. We'll start sieging that out. Let's get some more reinforcements. We are still needing to kick out England from that Aquitaine territory. We also want to make plans and preparations to eventually march over the Channel and take it. There's also some rebel territory here and there. We're going to push into Brittany now. Yeah, we outnumber them quite significantly, so we can take this rebel territory. If we can avoid playing rebel battles, we'll try and do it. There are some we're going to have to manually play. We're still currently under the reign of King Louis. We need 6 more settlements and Jerusalem to be under Christian control. Louis is 66. Robert is 22, and the family tree is slowly but surely growing. But I'm going to set some time here today to do some daily Let's Play parts, and then we're going to do, obviously, the full series in one video once I've finished recording the lot. The English are still in Angers, and we still want to try and take that settlement as well. We managed to take Normandy from them, so we're still juggling excommunication with them. Okay. Oh, nice. We have a papal election. I guess we vote for my candidate. Actually, you know what? This is a little bit of a trick that some of you may or may not know. You actually can negotiate with all the factions around the world here. You can sometimes buy them off, depending on how much money you have. You can actually ask for Sicily, for example, to vote for us. But the main thing is you can actually negotiate trade rights rather than going around and manually talking to every individual kingdom. So I'm going to try, and it's not going to work, unfortunately. Pay off some of the factions to vote for my French papal candidate. But unfortunately, although we are demanding the cardinal votes, it doesn't seem likely that it's going to go through. So our power is quite weak, which is understandable, as we're not crowned technically, and our reputation is dubious, because we have had some wars with some neighbouring Christian factions. We were at war with the Kingdom of Spain, Castile and Leon at one point, and Aragon as well. Okay, so we'll try and just negotiate elsewhere. I have a feeling they're probably going to vote for the papacy. Nice. Poland has accepted trade. We'll accept that. And yeah, unfortunately, we only got one vote, which was Spain. Funny. Everyone voted not for me. Okay, mission complete. Ceased hostilities. We can now re-attack England now, which is good. So we want to try and push and take Angers and eliminate them from Greater France. So that's another thing we have to keep an eye on. Just constantly juggling the excommunication potential. Alright, so we're going to siege out Utrecht as well. I've sent Prince Robert, son and heir, north to Belgium. They're still not interested in peace, so let's just go after them then. I feel like the Utrecht garrison should have been smaller. I saw the HRE go a couple of times and attack them, but they've managed to rebuild. Gonna move my spy to London just to get some line of sight and intelligence, just in case they come back over the channel. We will eventually have to cross if we are to eliminate England, which is a part of our victory conditions. We'll keep an eye on that army. Let's get you married off. Fine. Okay, and Pierre is in London. Let's move you to Normandy. So we should be able to take Angers now. Oh, so they actually want me to stop now. That's so annoying. The Pope wants us to cease hostilities. It's just juggling that is so annoying constantly. Not really much else we can do down here. I guess we just sit here, maybe wait for them to attack me. We might have to manually play the Siege of Utrecht though. Anything down here in Bartha? They're posturing on the border. So that's something to keep an eye on. We do have a pretty large army there. We could maybe move that north, potentially. I I guess we keep King Louis there. I'll see what this army does that's heading around from Paris. Right, back up in the north in Utrecht. Still currently at war with the Zengids and the English, of course. Louis is still holding on at 67. And the de Bleu line is growing. But we're going to send Robert to go on some commands. Ooh, okay, I'm going to have to manually play that one. We only outnumber them by about 500. Alright, let's go. I do want to try and auto-resolve random rebel territories where we can, but not manually playing this one. We're probably going to lose in auto-resolve. And then, I believe that is all the rebel territory that borders us in and around Europe. Well, Western Europe. Still keeping a watchful eye on the HRE. Would love to get an alliance with them if we could. We have peace with Barcelona and... well, it's weird calling them Barcelona. Catalonia. The Kingdom of Aragon when they lost their capital. What do they have, like Zaragoza now or whatever? So, we have one full stack in the field. Going to secure this Belgian territory now. Oh, they're actually going to come out against us. They are using flammable ammunition. As we look to bring Belgium under French control. We're going to go in and liberate the French-speaking inhabitants there. I think this is more of a Dutch settlement, but who's remembering that? Alright, we're going to send in our cavalry here. Because they are quite heavily armoured. They should be able to break these mercenary macemen. Let's give that some more like this. But sorry, it's been a little while since we've done more episodes of this. Do want to try and get back to producing more content on YouTube. And live streams on YouTube as well. But life got in the way, my apologies. But also, I'm trying to clip stuff as well. I think that's a good idea for the channel. We're making shorts and stuff. But I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But I'm going to try and be consistent as I can. This has been sort of a wild year for me. Maybe I need to talk about it in its own personal video. Okay, let's move Robert up. Okay, let's give out some attack orders here. So they actually didn't want to sit defensively in their city. The inhabitants of Utrecht have managed to march and sally out. Oh, Robert's getting clipped here. Whoops. Oh, wait. Oh, what was he getting? Is he getting hit by archers? Oh, maybe. A little rogue shot here and there. Okay, they still have some units in and around the settlement. But taking this city will draw the ire of the HRE. I'd be curious to see how they react. It's so inconsistent with SSHIP. I found that diplomacy... I've even been reading in comments. Some people have like crazy RNG diplomacy-wise. And then sometimes you don't in campaigns. It's a little bit bizarre. It must be based on faction leadership, authority, border, sphere of influence. Because I've done, what, 4 campaigns now. England, France, HRE, and the Byzantines. I feel like in the England campaign and in the... yeah, you could say somewhat the Byzantines. They were a little bit untreacherous. But sometimes the AI is like really offensive and then sometimes it's not. I feel like there's like a dice roll every single time you load a campaign that... like a faction must have a number of like how aggressive, how moderate, how docile they are, and then it's just like different every single time. Because I've seen different faction AIs perform differently depending on the result. It's kind of cool. You can have vastly different campaigns. For example, the Seljuks were really docile in my Byzantine campaign, but the Kingdom of Jerusalem were incredibly aggressive, like more so than what you would consider. In the England campaign, the Moors were pretty aggressive against us. We made that alliance with the French, and then it wasn't so much. The HRE, we were surrounded by factions. We did get betrayed quite a bit back and forth. But in this campaign, the HRE have been incredibly docile. In other people's campaigns, I've seen them be incredibly aggressive, but it's been the Spanish factions that have been more aggressive with us. Aragon, Kingdom of Castile and Leon, we've had more issues with them, more or less. England, not so much, because we attacked them, I think. From what I remember. Or maybe they attacked me, I can't remember. Who actually started off this war. We might have even had a peace here and there. It's been a couple of weeks since that last part. Okay, we're surrounding them here in the city street. And we're pushing into the town square now. They're broken and fighting to the death. We've moved Prince Robert in. Robert Capet. Married to a Spanish princess. Might need to move him around. And then Utrecht will fall shortly. Might grab all my cavalry. 6 and 3 in that unit. We might be able to cycle charge around the back. Just to help our infantry grind out those last few units. And then this city will be ours. You just have to be a little bit patient when fighting Christian Catholic factions. We don't want to get excommunicated. We could get an assassin and maybe head it towards Rome and the papacy. Or maybe we can time it with our faction leader. He's quite old. We could maybe get ourselves excommunicated. Then get rid of the king. I don't know if that would give us too bad public order issues though. We'll see. Okay, 2 minutes remaining. Yikes. The percent has ticked on over to 50%. Luckily I manually played that. This was a brutal offensive French siege for Utrecht. Nice. Clear victory. 900 lost in the end, so that's a little bit high. Will no one revenge me of these injuries I have sustained from one turbulent priest? Okay. So Utrecht is now under our control. We'll make sure to exterminate the settlement. Yeah, and the HRE moved back. Sicily and the Zengids are not happy. That's understandable. And we'll try and replenish, repair, and construct where we can. Okay, back down in England. So King Henry's actually inside. Geoffrey the Farmer. Thomas Plantagenet, 14. 5 turns. Yikes. I guess we sit there. They might cease hostilities with us. Oh, they actually had an army there. Well, you know what we could do? I could maybe move you to Normandy. Retrain and repair. Oh, there might be some rebel territory. Hang on. There might be some rebel territory in England still. Maybe in Wales? Or Ireland? Is York rebel? It is in vanilla. I don't know. Okay, let's reallocate some of these forces down. Ideally at one point, maybe in Laverne, or maybe I don't know, somewhere in the south. We do want to try and put some military presence when we've got money. Oh, hang on. Have they been excommunicated because they just did that?
The enemy surround us.
Okay, so they've attacked Brittany and Poitiers. It said for me to cease hostilities. Maybe they need to as well. I don't know. We shall see. Ten provinces conquered. Suitable husband. Roger Shadbolt. Shabolt? I guess that's like Shad... Wait. Shabolt? Yeah. Shadbolt is a... that's a pretty Western name from what I remember. Maybe it's French. Nope, they're still telling me I'm going to be excommunicated. Why is their relation with the papacy so good? It's unfair. Well, that's annoying because we can't lift those sieges. Maybe if they take them, they'll get excommunicated? I don't know exactly. Now, is Wales rebel? Ooh, okay. So maybe we could send an army to Wales and use that as a base of operations. Well, let's move Robert down south to deal with that. I have a feeling they should get excommunicated if they take that territory. I could be wrong. They are sieging that out with one general, though. That's so weird. Still have King Henry there, though, and another 2. I think I do want to try and send one of these armies to Wales. I think that'd be a smart idea. So Roger is from that line. I don't think I want to leave King Louis alone because he's quite old. Maybe I send Pierre to go with him because he's going to die at some point. I could move it south, maybe. Look, you know what? I think we'll move Pierre into this army. And we'll move him back. Maybe we send Robert to Wales. I haven't decided yet. Right, we'll sit here and we'll see how they react. You're coming to Normandy now. And let's continue on. Because we might be able to take Angers. Depending what's going to happen. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we should be able to win that one in Poitiers because there's only a cavalry unit. Okay, so they stopped the siege at Brittany and have moved back into Angers, so that's good. But they're still besieging Poitiers. Oh my god, Aragon just attacked me again. That's infuriating. Oh, and they've hit Bordeaux as well, yikes. Alright, back at war with Aragon. Well, at least we got half a stack near Barcelona. Okay. New mission, take the settlement of Angers. The council wants me to do it. Yeah, I still can get excommunicated though. The jihad was successful. Okay. In, like, Tripoli. Interesting. Right, so we'll mobilize the army from Barcelona. We outnumber them 3-1. Clear victory. Let's release. And we'll move back. And then I guess we go on an offensive to Zaragoza against Aragon. Okay, back up north. We're trying to just move some units I recruited into Robert's army. Maybe move this out. Get the 152 in. So now Robert has a full stack. Okay, we're still being besieged out in Poitiers. We have to stop this siege of Bordeaux now. Okay, there's half a stack there. Well, I guess we'll eventually get that on the move. And we'll move this unit up to act as a deterrent. We'll move this way because we might need to liberate Bordeaux and Poitiers potentially. Probably could do with some more units in the Western Theatre. Probably could do with some more units in Paris as well. Okay, let's continue on. See if anything changes at the top of the turn. So, down in the south, unfortunately we've been surprise attacked by Aragon, and we're going to go on the offensive now. Ooh, okay. Pushing into the fog of war. We want to try and take Zaragoza. They did siege out Bordeaux. We've stopped that. We're going to try and renegotiate with England for peace, because we've been threatened with excommunicado. We could be excommunicated. Oh, hang on. Would they actually give us Angers? That would be massive if they do. Trade might... Oh, maybe I stuffed it up doing that. Hang on. Maybe I asked for a little bit too much. King Henry, 3-star command. 4,000? Sometimes offering a payment can skirt stuff. So they stopped besieging Brittany. I guess I move King Louis and his son Pierre, or Peter, to Angers. And I think I want to get Robert to go to Wales. As we've run out of rebel territory to take on our eastern border, it's all HRE territory now. I think if we can take Wales, we could use that as a base of operations to eventually, when we go over the channel, we can use that as a staging ground. Maybe even Ireland as well. Alright, so the Moors... Oh, okay. I thought that was our port. No. The Moors are blockading the port of Zaragoza. Well, they've only got 2 pieces of territory left. Like, oh, it's going to be annoying. Hell, they might even tell us to stop doing hostile actions against Aragon. Potentially the papacy, we'll see. The Moors trying to bribe? Brag about bribing Bordeaux. Candidate for adoption? No, thank you. Okay. 2 of those inns have been built. Alright, welcome to the top of the turn. So, we only have to wait 1 more for potentially sieging Angers. Would they give me? No, okay, so now it's changed quite a bit. They were actually open to it before. It was unbalanced. That's annoying. Not even for, like, money? No, alright. Okay, so probably could deal with getting some more units just to help us out, as they've moved up some more. So there's a stack there. Does that other army come in? Oh wow, okay. They're actually quite weak. So although there's a lot of units there, there's only about 700. So we outnumber them 2 to 1-ish. Alright, we'll fight this one manually. Now, ideally, we need to try and crush as many of them as possible, so that we can march into Zaragoza and not need to siege it. Because then if we do have to siege it, the Pope could say, hey, stop that. Man, Aragon have been the absolute bane. The bane of my existence in this series. They've surprised attacked us twice. First in Toulouse, and then when we were shuffling troops back down to Barcelona. I had no ambition, none whatsoever, in this series to go over the Pyrenees, but realistically, how could I not? If they want to give up territory foolishly. And then what is it, Pamplona? Technically in the region of, I guess it's the Kingdom of Navarre historically? I can't remember. I think it's that sort of region. Okay, so it is a bridge battle, but we're going to just basically send everyone over, be quite aggressive, as... What have they got, javelin men sitting there? Okay, let's charge. Wielding our heavy cavalry effectively. So, we've still got a full stack in and around Angers. We've got a stack heading to Wales. And then we have an army down here in the south. The reinforcing army is the one we need to really focus on, because that's the garrison. But I don't know. Maybe if we don't run down much from the first army, we could have an issue as well. Maybe, potentially. I can't see us losing this one. We do have a bunch of cavalry, so they'll have the ability to run down some of the enemy combatants. But our infantry is a little bit weak. Nothing too overly complicated. Nice, here come those additional reinforcements. There are a lot of generals. Something to keep an eye on. We'll see how we go. And then hopefully Zaragoza falls to the French. Seems more inland, but it does seem to have a port, so it might technically be a coastal city. Which would be better than, well, one that doesn't have a port. They seem to be more prosperous. We haven't sort of hit a financial fluidness just yet, so I can really min-max our castle town hybrid. For example, having big towns on the coast, castles in key strategic choke points and frontiers. You need a nice balance between the two. Okay. So just trying to run down the last of these fair few units. Haven't fully capitulated. But we got them on the run, boys.
The enemy flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
And then they've only got one piece of territory. We might be able to eliminate them. Oh no, they've capitulated now. Nicely done. Make sure these bodyguard don't get back. Hopefully, we've crushed enough of the units that it basically destroys them. To be, oh, whoa. How did they do that? That was incredibly shrewd movement there by the AI. Yikes. That was a hell of a pivot, what the hell? What the heck? Alright, clear victory. Okay, they deployed about 700. We lost about that. 17 remaining. Once more unto the breach, dear friends. Once more. Garcia Ramirez. We're going to try and get rid of all of them because we don't want them to run back. So we've won a glorious victory here against Aragon. So what ran back in? Oh, 6 units. Ran back inside and locked the gate. That's so annoying. We nearly had them there as well. Well, we'll siege out, but I got a bad feeling. Okay, I guess we'll try and send... it's quicker that way, but I think it's safer going this way. Okay. 2 turns before they surrender. I kind of want to get some units down here just in case. We've lost a good amount of men. Alright, we want to try and buff up Laverne. Eventually move a general there as well. We'll keep the king and prince there. I would allow the prince to have his own army, but the king is so old that I'm literally just waiting for him to drop dead. A very, very old man. Okay. Let's move to Wales. And let's see if... maybe even Aragon might even move up another army potentially. We'll see. The Moors continuing to bribe. Okay, dude. Wait, they want an alliance.
For your leader. Oh, very well. Ma'asalama. Splitting forces, mon roi.
Nice. Suitable husband for whom? Oh. Marguerite Capet. Oh, yeah, because we lost the firstborn. Reginald de Martin. De Martin, sure. Oh, no, right. So we've been successful in that. No, he was married to... Wait, Talbot de Bleu died? What? Oh, the general here of old age. Far out.
Orders to battle.
Alright, well maybe we'll disengage then.
Breaking up the siege.
That's annoying.
As you senior.
Alright, let's move south. One turn to surrender.
Your orders, mon roi. Ready and able. Oui, mon roi.
Do the English still want peace?
Proposal, but do not expect much.
Keeps on saying balanced. I'm just trying to think if I should offer trade though.
I must.
Well, they're still continuing to reject.
I'm afraid. Hope for more fruitful
Okay, back up in Wales. Let's disembark with Prince Robert. Let's siege them out. I might even move my spy to Ireland to have a look. Okay, so the English do have an army there. Interesting. Let's move the fleet back, just in case we get attacked. So, family tree-wise, Colin Capet, Prince Robert is 26. Still at war with Aragon and England. We're going to redeclare war upon England now and try and siege them out. Now that the excommunication is now lifted. So if we attack this, we'll try and do the same strat in Zaragoza, but we'll try and take it. Only 600 there as well. Alright, let's manually fight this one. They haven't been excommunicated, but we might be able to get Angers. So, because they've got an army outside, we can attack within one turn, and the Pope won't call an armistice. And then, if they do ask for hostilities to stop, we can focus on the rebel territory in Ireland and Wales. Are they retreating? What is happening? This could complicate things. Hang on, because there's a bigger army coming in here. We do have a little bit of our own reinforcements. Hang on, we're gonna have to split the army up. I can't see us losing this one, but it just would be getting dragged all over the place. So hopefully here today we can put the final nail in the English coffin and throw them out in those last little territories in France. Oh, hang on. Whoa. The king just lost 10 of his bodyguard. We'll have to be a little bit careful. I would highly recommend an SSHIP. Once your generals get past 50, I feel like their bodyguard hit points, especially for the king unit, like the specific model itself, becomes really quite squishy. Okay, so now they're doubling back a bit. Hang on, bear with me, make sure that AI comes in quicker. But we might be able to topple the French king. What? The English king. Misspoke. Okay, watch out for that bodyguard unit. Just have to be a little bit careful here.
The enemy is back.
I am
They have lost half their men.
trying to protect the king. And second in line,
If the enemy
Prince
king
Pierre.
is dead,
Okay,
say
there we go.
gallant warriors,
Nice.
attack while his men mourn their loss.
King Henry has fallen. Perfect. Perfect. Our reinforcements are here. Chopping up stuff. Now,
The enemy
he is hoping we don't have to siege
have lost half their
Angers. We could make peace with them before crossing the channel. Oh, hang on, 15. Yikes.
Our cowardly foe runs.
That unit got a little bit too
Push our
close
advantage. The enemy
for
general
comfort. Nice with one now.
the coward is.
Let's continue to try and run down as many of them as we can.
The spirit of his army.
Okay, one unit escaped, unfortunately. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch that cavalry unit. But we've won a glorious victory here today.
All of Christendom will be awed
Nice,
by our
clear.
victory here.
500 lost, only 12 remaining for them. Faith must trample underfoot all reason, sense, and understanding. Okay. Right, let's get rid of those men captured, as we don't want them to run back into Angers. Oh, let's get rid of them. Ah, nice one. Haven't had a crash in a while.
For the honor of France.
So unfortunately, we have to go back to the main menu again and just auto-resolve this. Oh, that's so annoying. Because did the king survive again after he fell and we got rid of him? There was only meant to be 12 men inside.
We attack.
Now there's a couple hundred. Oh, that's annoying.
Ready and able.
I think that's probably the first game crash we've had of this French series. Okay, we're re-rallying back at Bordeaux. Sorry, Barcelona.
I am here only to fight.
Okay, I have to keep an eye on him. I think I might move you down here. As we got threatened with excommunication with Aragon. Oh, well, that stopped that. Interesting.
Moving to engage.
I guess we'll just try and run them down.
The day is ours, Seigneur.
Captain Gautier, man of the hour. 4-star command at 20 years of age. Sure, I think I might accept that, actually. Oh, we went into that. Ah, that's annoying. He went into Robert's line. I was hoping it went to someone else. Oh well. I do want to try and accept some man of the hours. Where we can roleplay him as
Is ours, mon roi. By your will, Seigneur.
Robert's illegitimate son. Alright, we're going to siege out Angers now. Still haven't been told to cease hostilities against England though. Still sieging out Wales. And we'll see how the papacy and English react. They could move that army from Ireland. It's interesting that they went to secure Ireland rather than Wales first. Bit weird, but okay. Turn 40 now though, 41. No more martial law, ceased hostilities against England. Henry has come of age. We can reallocate you. Well, great. So we're going to have to stop that siege again. That's so annoying. Does Aragon want peace? Oh, they just accepted. Perfect.
We accept this good
And trade as well.
It's been a pleasure.
Nice. Well, that was an annoying little war for them. We're still continuing to grow and expand the Kingdom of France. So, hope you like the sound of that. Alrighty. We are currently building up our military assets on the Louvain and Dijon border to deter any incursions by the HRE. We are still currently at war with Aragon and England, juggling the excommunication potential. Still want to try and take Angers. There's a full stack there now. We're currently sieging out Carnarvon in Wales. And with a night attack, we should be able to win this one. Nice clear victory. Only a couple hundred lost. And now we can use Wales as a launching pad to go into the interior of England. I thought it's probably not a bad idea to just try and run around and grab some of this rebel territory in the British Isles before it falls to the English. Dublin could potentially fall to the English though. We might have waited a little bit too longer. Okay, I want to move my assassin to Rome, just in case we need to assassinate the Pope. Because in theory, if we can get rid of him, it resets the hostilities. Pierre Capet can get married off. No, I would rather... The thing is, he actually might be our heir next. So we can probably find a high-ranking European princess. Right, Roger can go south, as we lost Talbot. He died of old age. But Roger Shadbolt is now in Barcelona. We did manage to crush the army at Zaragoza after Aragon surprise attacked us, well, again. But then they told us to sue for peace. I think we might move gear there, and I guess we'll move you back to Paris. Just reshuffling some of our border territory. Thankfully, the Holy Roman Empire in this series have been quite docile. They haven't been very aggressive against us. They were in the English campaign somewhat. I feel like the Spanish AI has been definitely worse for us. We currently have... Oh, we actually have peace with the Kingdom of Aragon, my bad. We've been at war so many times, I get confused. We're only at war with the Zengids and the English. Nice. Okay. So, I think I move this army away then. Maybe I move it to Ireland. They've seemed to have left for whatever reason. Oh my god. King Louis is 71 now. Yikes. We'll try and replenish and repair where we can with Prince Robert in Wales. Okay. Probably could get some more swordsmen. Roger's 18. Toulouse isn't too happy, so let's just grab some spearmen there then. Let's reshuffle the navy. Bordeaux is fine. Like I said, still wanted to build up our army on the border, just in case, you never know. Rather be safe than sorry. Sometimes it's better to have a deterrent. Okay, so at the top of the turn, we got movement here. Let's... we're slightly off. Okay. But 2 full stacks in the British Isles should be good. Currently sitting at 16. Need 20 to hit our short victory conditions. And we're still 3 turns away before we can redeclare war upon the English. No. I know our faction leader is old. Wait, join the Crusade. Oh, perfect. Hang on. Is this like Valencia or something? Or Murcia? We might... Hang on. Your faction leader must join the Crusade. Really? The thing is, we might be able to get it over within 4 turns, because we can probably hit them. Hang on. Yeah, let's get Roger to join this Crusade. Your reputation with the Pope will suffer enormously. You may actually be excommunicated. What the hell? We might be able to win this Crusade.
Where shall we strike? Orders, mon roi. Orders. Orders. Oui.
So what we'll do is we'll get Roger to mobilize in Barcelona. We've got a little bit of cash. It might be worth going around stopping some of that construction and recruitment that I set up. Damn. So we'll get him to join the crusade against the Moors. And we should get access to a bunch of fantastic units here. I think it gets offset as well once the crusade ends. So we got some crusading sergeants, some foot knights as well. So let's get some of those. Let's stop the construction here. Let's just focus on infantry first. The pilgrims, not so much. I was recruiting in Dijon, wasn't I? And up here. I don't think I was recruiting anywhere else. We probably only can get one more. 2. Okay. Sweet. Can I move any units in? Oh no, it kills our movement. Hang on. Yeah, we can actually besiege in one turn. Well, let's just go straight towards it then. Build that siege equipment, and we'll allow Roger to be a crusader. There's only 3 units in there. We'll move those units up as additional reinforcements. Unfortunately, Aragon is going to be upset because we technically trespassed against them. So, Roger is one of the king's cousins. Marrying into the female line. Okay. A small army is rocked up there, though. I could unite those two, but I don't think so. Alright, let's siege out Dublin. Build said siege equipment. Let's move the spy back. We want to keep the navy nearby just in case we need to retreat. Now, where is the Pope? Why can't we see the Pope? Oh, maybe he's not a character? That's annoying. Alright, let's end the turn to continue. See how the Moors react. We now have peace with Aragon. We're still at war with the Zengids. As... I can't even remember who took Aleppo. It's probably the Crusader states. Okay, so England has attacked me. I still think that mission to cease hostilities is still pending. The Moors have moved their armada from Zaragoza, who they were blocking the Zaragoza port. Now they're blocking the port of Barcelona. Annoying. Okay, so they have moved up an army in response, but they're not going to be able to get there in time. One of my priests died. HRE Poland. A couple factions joining in. Nice. Well, we'll move in those additional reinforcements, and we can probably just auto-resolve this one. There's only 3 units inside. Muhammad the Farmer. Poor Mo. Outnumbered 20 to 1. We'll take Valencia now. Right, so it was Valencia. I thought it could have been Murcia or something. So the crusade was successful. Perfect. Roger Shadbolt. 19 years of age. Crusading commander. But now we are at war with the Moors, which is a little bit annoying. Valencia is a little bit overextended, but I think in a defensive siege, if we were to face that full stack, we should be okay. So we'll sit here and wait. Oh wait, that's a Zengid diplomat here? What? Ah, just rejected. I was going to say, what are the chances of that? There's no way I'm sending a emissary to the Middle East. Maybe I should send one south to Iberia, though, potentially. We'll see. So building a small church there. Let's reshuffle some of my agents around. So We could maybe continue to push into Iberia. That's an option, as the Pope is not going to care for us taking Moorish settlements. Still being under siege here. Still have a full stack in Wales. Should be able to take Dublin now. We outnumber them 2-1 with the king. Nice. Another rebel settlement has fallen. And that should be it, rebel-wise, on the British Isles. I don't think Scotland has any rebel territory in and around, so we could just leave the king here for now. He's nearly so old that he probably shouldn't be mobilized. Right, let's move the full stack back to Angers. We'll see what that army does, because our hostilities, our hostile mission should expire soon. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this Pope situation, because in theory, we break the terms, we get excommunicated, we get rid of the Pope so it resets. Oh, they actually attacked me. Nice. I guess I'm going to auto-resolve this one. Average victory. It was actually in our favour. Interesting.
Need someone removed.
Even though they slightly outnumbered us. Cool. 11:54. 45 turns in.
Best be worth our time, I must say.
We hope for more fruitful parley.
I will not waste words on you, infidel.
Clement wants to be adopted. No, thank you. We are the largest faction, apparently. Mission successful. The hostilities have been ceased. Perfect. Even though they attacked me during the end turn phase.
Oui, at once.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe I need to move my assassin back. So they haven't attacked yet, though. Let's renegotiate with England. No, still not interested.
Get ashore at once.
I wouldn't even mind taking a tactical piece for a little bit. But if they're going to continually refuse, we've got that army coming back. It's probably not a bad idea to move my diplomat around. I wish you could get more diplomats. That's another thing that annoys me in SSHIP, having limited diplomats. Okay, let's get some swordsmen on the border here. We actually might just straight up get a full stack. Okay. So, let's go back to Angers. Should be able to siege it out. There's only 2 units there now. Probably could pick up some units in Brittany as well. So we had a crusade here today against the Moors. Okay. They landed that army, but it actually might not be too bad if they take Dublin. Alright, let's push into Angers. Louis 74 now. It's becoming a bit of a joke at the moment. We could deal with a new faction leader, I suppose. Okay. Let's move some units up. And hopefully here today we can take Angers. Let's move the navy around. Will England react? Okay, they've moved an army just a little bit north. I don't know if it's going to challenge us really though.
Nothing can stand in our way. Victoire. These people serve us now.
Okay. Impending debt. Okay, a couple hundred. Martial law is starting to be phased out. We're in a little bit of a time of peace relatively. So we're 4, they're 5. Okay. So they're going to allow us to take Angers this time around. King Henry is inside. Only with 99. 21 to 1. Angers has been taken. And that is all of Western France fully under our control. Fantastic. Still no more missions. An army here in the north. Still haven't been told to stop, so let's continue where we can. Let's run that down. Geoffrey the Liar, 43. Pretty decent commander.
Where shall we strike?
Stranded in France. Has now been crushed. Well, we can actually nearly get to the ship there. Maybe we just continue on the initiative. Look at this. He's got heaps of movement. Oh, I was going to say we've been stopped there, though. That's unfortunate. Let's get some Saxon Huskarls. We've got the money. No one can move out? No. Let's move my spy further south to sea. Because we've crushed so many armies, we're probably in a really good stage just to launch a full-on invasion of England now. Unless a stack comes out of nowhere. Or the Pope forces us to act. So, Pierre Capet with the full stack has landed south of London. We still have a full stack in Wales as well. They can push over the countryside. But we're going to really try and focus on taking core English territory on the British Isles here today. I've still got that full stack in Valencia. We just haven't been attacked. Sure, I think we'll marry her off. Land Frank. Cool name. They want me to take the island there. Ibiza. Oh, they actually moved away. Interesting. Might get a spy or something. I wonder if there's much more territory bordering Valencia. Help out in the Reconquista. Which either seems to completely and utterly fail in this mod, or it's like really successful. It's usually a 50-50. I'm trying to think who I shuffle over. I think we'd leave you to be the Duke of Normandy. Henry, we could move over. Just to help out govern. Move you there. Alright, let's get Robert Capet to besiege London. There's only 4 units inside. Lincoln only has 1. Robert de Bleu. And what's in York? York is pretty undefended as well. Interesting. Let's mobilize those troops from Wales. Let's hope there's no one in the fog of war here. It's going to be risky. Okay, good. Yeah, sometimes there's rebel armies. I wouldn't have been surprised. Maybe the English have cleared them out. But in this alternative timeline, the Welsh have sworn fealty to the French. London is now under siege. And King Louis, our first faction leader, is turning into be an absolute Chad. What is he now? 74, 75? Crikey. Could be the conqueror of England. Yeah, for whatever reason, the Pope, although our relations are down, he's not telling me to stop. Maybe because the new English king doesn't have that much authority. Okay, we outnumber them massively again. Let's take London. Perfect. London has fallen to the French. We are back in business. Hopefully we can just continue on the offensive. We've been like so passive at points against the English. If they stop, basically if they allow us to conquer them, I think we should just go. Go, 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 go. I guess we siege York. Oh, no, here's an army. Where'd that come from? Must have come from Wessex or something? I don't know. Okay, back down in the south. So the Moors full stack has dissipated, but they've still got some small armies blocking some choke points out. I'll move my spy and assassin down here. I would like to ferry more troops. It's just that we have to do it amphibiously. We've basically got a full stack on the border there, split between 2. London is now fully under our control. King Louis is hanging out in his holiday island of, well, Ireland. Robin de Bleu is here. Prince Baldwin. Random generator general there. We should be able to take a Lincoln. I can't even remember how many English territories are actually in England in this mod.
Ready and able. For the honor of France.
I think we focus on taking York and Lincoln first. Okay, there comes an army up. But we've hit turn 50 now. The big 5-0.
God be praised for this.
I'm just waiting for the Pope to tell me to stop. 15 regions. No, let's not adopt you.
An order.
Let's get that building in London.
Ready and able. Mon roi.
Repairing some of the
Glory to mon roi. We are
projects in London. Okay.
Scouting the area.
Yeah, so once again, we should be able to get rid of another general here, Robin de Bleu. Distant relation to Robert Capet. We still have the de Bleu line in our family tree.
and able.
So Lincoln has now fallen to French conquest. Then we got what, York. We could move out actually, besiege York, and
My enemy.
probably
Let us
Wessex.
settle
Yeah, I
matters
wonder
on
what the
the field
Scots are
of
going to do.
battle.
Your orders, mon roi.
Still haven't been excommunicated, but our
Seeking an audience with
relations are terrible. It is 1157 AD. We have a loose peace with the HRE on our border. We've had various wars with Aragon and the Kingdom of Castile and Leon. We have peace with them. So we might go on an offensive down in Iberia. We'll just have to see. We do have an army down there. The Pope doesn't want us to cease hostilities, which is fine. We're currently sieging out York, and there's 2 more settlements after that, I believe, that the English have. We could move our spies around. Alright, I'm moving my assassin
scouting the area.
back from Rome, as we couldn't find the Pope. So, small garrison there in Norwich.
Orders.
Just moving the spearmen up to give us some line of sight. There's 3 units there. So,
Mon roi.
we could send an army up.
For the honor of France.
Okay, we outnumber them 11 to 1 here. We can auto-resolve this one. So, Baldwin is now gone. We are crushing through the English family tree.
Praise the oriflamme.
And York has now fallen.
Victorious.
We've taken this central corridor of England.
Where shall
Now we need,
start?
what, Wessex and Norwich. So, let's
Tomorrow.
march to Norwich now. We'll see what that army does. Our 2 full stacks that landed in the British Isles have now been divvied up a bit. Oh, we can get a diplomat here. Well, let's recruit one of those. And we might be able to destroy the English here today. We'll see. We're going to negotiate with the Moors just to check if they want peace. I assumed as much. So they do have a territory down the coast here.
Ready and
We've got a full stack, like we might as well keep on going.
able. Oui, seigneur.
So 700 there, mostly spearmen, pretty decent general. Maybe I release,
We are triumphant.
because I do want to try and get my relations up a bit. Alright, so you're heading north. Actually, maybe you should go
Ready and able.
westward,
Orders.
because that can actually hit there
Oui,
and start sieging out.
Closing to engage. Oui, seigneur.
Could get some Saxon Huskarls eventually. I want to see what that army does. Ideally, if it sieges York, we can probably win that one.
An order.
If it goes to Lincoln, we can move those 2 units back. Oh, we could very well actually move that army that was heading to Wessex to East Anglia if we need to, just to help it out in auto-resolve. But currently, we're at war with the Moors and the English, which we're nearly super close to our victory conditions. We might be able to hit them here today. Okay, they want me to take that settlement still. We pushed into Valencia because of the Crusade in the last episode.
Ready and
Okay, well let's move out, and I suppose we siege out Murcia. I think that's how you say it.
Oui,
We've got Roger Shadbolt here,
France's enemy.
the Crusader. We'll get some more reinforcements in.
Strikes.
You know what I could do? Is I could actually ferry some units across from Barcelona. The problem is I can't move them by land to Barca to Valencia, as we're technically trespassing through the Kingdom of Aragon territory. Okay, so I don't know where that army went. They're moved back. Okay, well let's, before we move to Bristol, we'll actually just go to Norwich really quick. And, perfect. We're going to be able to auto-resolve this one now. Prince Eustace is no more. Nice. Defeating another English prince. We can probably run down this army as well if it gets in range. Yeah, England have pretty much been decimated now in this series. We've crushed so many armies, conquered so much of their territory. It's just time to try and run them down more or less. And now we can focus on trying to take their last piece of territory. Let's replenish and repair what we can. And now the Carpathian dynasty controls the English throne. I could actually change our capital to London, maybe? No, I guess we just keep it as Paris. Making 4,000 a turn now, which is really nice. King Stephen de Bleur and David the Farmer. Nice. I think the Plantagenet line has pretty much died out. We're just finishing off our cousins, I guess. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so they've sieged me out at Lincoln. We do have some military assets up there. I was wondering where that army went. Went into the fog of war and we missed it, eh? Any reactions during the end turns? Oh, Jerusalem captured. Oh no. Jerusalem has fallen to the Saracens. Would you believe it? Maybe the Pope might call a crusade then at some point. New mission, cease hostilities with England. Sure. I guess we're going to have to do that. Alright. Back down here. I think we'll manually play this one. It's a lot of spearmen. And I want to see if that reinforcing army comes in. Alright, anyway, let's play this siege against the Moors. It's been a while since we've had a battle. War is delightful to those who have not experienced it. Yikes. What a fitting quote. Alright, let's start the deployment. Now, this army build is really cool. We do have some crusading knights, units and sergeants that were previously commissioned from the successful crusade to take Valencia. So Roger Schadbolt married one of the king's cousins, so that's their connection. So he's carving out his own little Shadbolt kingdom in southern Iberia, which is nice. The French are helping out in the Reconquista, which 50 turns in. The Moors are still quite strong. They have not been pushed back. It's usually a 50-50 as to who takes over the peninsula, whether it's the Moors or the Catholic factions. Alright, just a lot of battering rams, slowly but surely now moving up. Bucketing down with rain. Oh, it's thundering and lightning as well. That's not really Spanish weather, what it's known for. On a nice hot, dry Spanish day. But no, it's pissing down. Okay. Our army build is pretty solid. A couple mercenaries here and there. Even some Frankish swordsmen. 4 archers, 2 crossbows. This is a very, very optimal army build. Compared to some of our armies. Because SSHIP campaigns go on for so long, it takes a while to get crazy decent units. I think like it's like 250, 300 turns to like get the next lot of reformed units. So it's quite a bit of time. Okay, so we've broken into the settlement through multiple vectors of attack. Perfect. The Arabian infantry is now moving back. Now we'll have to be a little bit careful as we slowly but surely progress into the city and through the streets, because that Arabian infantry has some pretty decent armor. Might take a little bit to punch through. That's why I wanted to manually play this one. I wasn't sure if those reinforcements were going to come in.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Sunny. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army. The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and
Why are some of them trying to move out? What the hell?
ours.
Bit weird, but okay. Okay, our archers are mostly out of ammunition. I might look to bring in the general and the archers in a moment. Bear with me. Okay, I might get my archers to try and soften them up. Not the most too complicated of a siege, just a little bit grindy, more or less. Nice. So we're pushing on two fronts now. The general's in, he's going to help out. I don't really know what I could do with this cavalry, and we could maybe do some cycle charging, potentially. We'll see. But at the moment, we've only lost 5%, which is pretty good. We're just trying to grab as much settlements as we can. The last thing we want is to get surprised attacked and then get so close to completing our victory conditions, which is 20 settlements defeating England, and then for the HRE or Aragon to just come in, take 3 settlements, and then we can't complete it. That's the last thing we want. But yeah, like I said earlier in the series, oh, we're getting targeted here. I had no ambition to go over the Pyrenees. Just how the campaign goes sometimes. I thought it would be focusing more upon the Holy Roman Empire. Obviously England, but yeah, we actually navally invaded and took Wales and Ireland, which is hilarious. Used it as a base of operation. And now England will fall. Not as quick as I would like, as the Pope has threatened excommunicado. But we'll see. Excommunication is quite brutal in SSHIP. I feel like the cheeses that you can use for vanilla don't tend to work half the time. And you still get excommunicated and around it. Like I've done series, for example, if you see, if you're sieging out a settlement, right, and it says cease hostilities, and you siege it for 4 turns, you still can get excommunicated. Then in vanilla, if you don't ever do that attack, it doesn't count. But I feel like in SSHIP half the time it either like bugs or it's a lot more heavy on the excommunication button. Because even if they attack you, you're not attacking them. In vanilla, it wouldn't count. But in SSHIP, it does, half the time. I feel like there's instances like that. Okay, so we're just moving around our cavalry. The general's in with support. Just trying to finish off the last of this Arab infantry. I said that they had pretty high defense and armor. So although they had half a stack of them, they did make us grind for it a bit. Nice. Another Moorish settlement has fallen to the Kingdom of France. The Kingdom of France. Roger the Crusader, winning another glorious victory for the Carpathian dynasty. And I guess he's creating his own cadet branch. Nice, clear victory, 276. A solid Moorish general gone. We are ready to try our fortunes to the last man. I really do like some of those loading screens. I wish I could get access to them. Does anyone know? For example, that gatehouse art just there. Like, is there like a folder in SSHIP, or is there like... I'd love to get a bunch of them, because there's some really cool screensavers of artwork and stuff. I don't know how easy is it to just get access to all that. Any SSHIP modders, let me know. I'd love to get a lot of those screenshots. They look cool. Using them for wallpapers and thumbnails and stuff. Okay, so it's renamed to Murcia, or America. Nice, we have America in Spain. Yeah, and it still seems to be more Moorish territory there. So a nice little pocket here on the coast. We can spend some of that money back in Barca. Probably get a navy as well. Okay, let's move our diplomat south. Can't really see much. So we're moving more units here. Oh, we've got some heretics around. We probably should go around getting rid of them. They can be a massive pain. So let's move you north. We still have a reasonably strong military presence on the HRE border as well. Keeping an eye on. Any other agent actions we can deal out? No. Maybe move my diplomat further south. We've got half a stack here. And yeah, they still want us to cease hostilities. They're sieging us at Lincoln. So we'll see whether that happens. And I suppose we move this stack to Bristol, potentially. We'll see. They've only got one settlement left. So here's hoping that we can defeat them once the time expires. I'm not really too sure what to do with this diplomat. Do I move him over the channel? Have a chat? And still getting sieged out there. We'll see what happens. Let's move you here. Yeah, let's sit outside Bristol. Because what we could do is potentially get attacked and then draw them out. And I'm going to move this army to Lincoln as well, to act as a deterrent. Here today, we might be able to finally destroy England once and for all. We'll have to see. Still continuing in this series, we are so close to hitting our victory conditions. 20 regions, plus destroying England. All of Western France And sort of modern day France is under our control. We've also got a little bit in Iberia down here, as you can see. We've managed to take Murcia, America. I guess we'll continue on the offensive here. We might be able to run down some smaller armies. We might be able to push further into southern Andalusia. We could ask for peace again. No, they're not interested. We might be able to siege out Granada. We'll see. There's a nice little cluster of settlements here. Oh my god, that's a massive rebel army. What the hell? Maybe we get some spearmen? Sure. Let's grab a couple of those. And we'll keep on going, I suppose. Let's head that way. Perfect. And we're one turn away from trying to strike that. We're trying to build up our infantry over here. I did want to try and get a navy going so we can start ferrying troops. Okay, the public order's not the best. Alright, let's move my spy down here. That is a big army sitting on the border. Got to keep a watchful eye on that. Maybe I should keep them there. I probably could do something with these two armies here. Oh, they stopped besieging Lincoln. So I guess we can try and see what that does. Cease hostilities for 3 turns and then we might be able to get rid of them. We'll see. Let's move Robert down here. We've got Prince Robert, soon to be our future king, you'd imagine. I don't even know how old King Louis is. He's so old. I think he's probably the oldest faction leader we've had in my entire series. The dude's so old. Anything else down here? Because, like, yeah. He's 78. Christ. Colin Capet. Talbot de Bleur passed away. Pierre Capet's 33. I thought Louis would die off so I could marry off Pierre at some point to a European princess. Louis's been hanging out in Dublin here for so long. It's 1159. I think he died in his 60s historically, from what I said. 55 turns in. Yeah, we'll see. Let's move this. Probably could get a navy going. Maybe I should actually send it somewhere else. Trying to hold that territory down in the south might not be the play. We'll see. Okay, England haven't attacked us or anything. Still waiting and trying to bide our time. Waiting for the Pope to not demand to cease hostilities. As long as we wait ever so often and then allow it to reset. Just have to have breaks in taking English territory. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be dealing with that territory down there. If I was to take it. They still don't want peace? How about I offer you some money? It's probably because our reputation is deceitful. Power, sitting modest. Okay, can't do too much agent maneuvers. Okay, still watching that army. England don't want peace out of curiosity. Right, let's move you back actually. We could get you on a ship and get you to go elsewhere. Haven't decided just yet. We could maybe send it to Jerusalem. It just depends if we had our victory conditions beforehand. Might not be a bad idea, as we wouldn't have to actually attack the Kingdom of Jerusalem. It actually fell to the Saracens. I don't know which ones. Some Middle Eastern faction. Okay, nothing else we can do here. We got rid of those heretics that were floating about the place. Probably could deal with a little bit more units here. And we probably can get some better soldiers here. Oh, Utrecht isn't too happy. Why is that? Maybe just get some spearmen. Okay, still keeping a watchful eye on that army. And we're still sitting here in Bristol, Waiting for the opportunity to attack. I could consolidate
An order?
these armies a bit better, actually.
Move now.
And give
Mon roi.
Prince Robert
Orders.
the stronger of the two full stacks.
Seigneur.
He's a 5-star commander now, which is pretty good. His brother
Yes.
at the 4-star.
Seigneur. Mon roi. Oui. Order. Where shall we strike? Seigneur. Seigneur.
Probably could get some Saxon Huskarls. They're pretty worth. Actually, I probably can put them into
Seigneur.
Robert's army to make it slightly even more better. Perfect.
Combining your forces,
Alright.
Seigneur. Ready and able.
Okay, so I think if things have sort of died down a bit here, we should send this army to Jerusalem. But we might not be able to take it
Ready and able.
if we destroy England in time.
Orders.
We might be able to hit our victory conditions.
Ready and able.
Orders.
Okay,
Seigneur.
so let me just slightly reorganize this.
Oui, Seigneur.
Okay, nearly a full stack.
Mon roi.
And then we leave some of the weaker units there to sit in Valencia. And we'll use Barcelona and the garrisons
As you wish.
to try and shuffle some troops over.
Mon roi.
We've got enough of a cushion now so that we're going to be able to hit our victory conditions.
Ready to say.
Okay. Let's move you to here
Say.
to get some more ships and
Softly.
Your orders, mon roi.
maybe more units.
Audience with that is no way.
Okay.
If you came to
The Moors are still not interested in peace.
Need someone remove.
England hasn't really rotated their armies around drastically either. Oh, wait. Blanchette Capet has come of age. This is King Louis's granddaughter. 5-star. Okay, we can probably get her to marry off. Can she marry her adopted sibling? Gautier?
Your Majesty?
Maybe.
Need someone.
That could legitimize him a bit better.
Softly.
an honor.
Everything else around the French kingdom is stable.
All right.
So, I'm trying to think what exactly to do with this princess. Actually, I could marry
Oui, mon roi.
her to her uncle Pierre, potentially. We had half a stacks in those territories for so long. We're actually financially in a position now that we can probably transition them to full stacks. So, if I was to
Oui, Seigneur.
move you up here, maybe I'll move you to England so you can marry your uncle. Bit weird, but you know, this is medieval Europe.
Defeating you.
Okay, so that army is moving south. They've actually mobilized a bit. We'll see what happens with that. We might actually be able to strike it if hostilities cease. Hopefully it comes into range of Bristol, so in one fell swoop we can crush the country.
Seigneur. By your will.
I would ideally like to be, well, not excommunicated, but we'll see how we go. One more turn and we'll probably have a battle against the English regardless. Oh no! King Louis is dead. 58 turns into this campaign, 1160. King Louis the Pious dies at 79 years of age. Rest in peace, Louis the Fat. And our mission has been successful. Oh, so maybe I should have just attacked them, and then if he was so close to dying, it would have reset. So King Robert is now king. Oh, they actually declared the adopted son as heir. That's annoying. Maybe I shouldn't have done that in hindsight. No, he's 29. He was just a pretty good commander. He was a pretty good looking general. I thought it would have gone to a different line, the adopted son. Okay, so if I move the princess over here, can she marry Pierre? Oh, I think I might do that then.
France.
Because then that might give
Would you have me negotiate? Or
King Robert now an opportunity to maybe have another child. Because it'll free up one of those of the 4 slots. Okay, so now we've got 3 units in that navy, so they can head towards Jerusalem. We've got 24 regions now. We needed 20, so even if we are to lose some of that territory in Iberia to the Moors or someone else, it's not going to matter. Okay, let's move that way. Let's head there. It's going to take so long. We might be able to do it. Alright, well, perfect. That army actually moved up. Well, we'll manually fight this one, and this should be the battle for England. Oh, wow. 1,500. A lot of family members there. We outnumber them 2-1. King Robert, make or break. We have an opportunity here today to end the English once and for all. King Stephen de Bleur, the usurper, with the Plantagenet line destroyed, is now ruling as their king. Let's start the battle. Alright. Okay. Snowy, for one. Not good. Not good whatsoever. It's going to allow our military forces to get fatigued and exhausted more than what they normally would. And there's a lot of tree coverage. Yikes. This could be a hard battle here. Let's form up. We've got some Saxon Huscarls. We haven't got any Crusaders, like with the army in Iberia. Do have some lighter, weaker Tier 1 French men-at-arms. Would have liked some more archers, though, ideally as well. But we'll see how we go. Let's see how we can perform in this one. We do have my brother, Prince Pierre, coming in to try and help us out. We'll see how we go. Okay, so as long as we have like 3-4 troops on the flanks, we should be able to disperse quite well. We'll give out some attack orders momentarily. There we go. Nice. And we'll wait for those reinforcements that are going to come in behind them. It doesn't seem like they're committing everything to the front. There we go. That's a bit better for me. Now, we will have to be a little bit careful, as they do have a lot of generals here. Alright, fierce fighting is now breaking out. Thankfully, some of it is in this little clearing here. It won't completely nullify our archers. Which it theoretically could do. Okay. Still favoured to win this one. All of our infantry is engaging. Yikes. Oh, they're starting to flank me here. We're going to try and wrap around here. We do severely lack cavalry, so the one thing looking at the balance of units... Oh, watch out! No! King Robert, no! Last thing we want is to lose our fresh new king on turn 1 of him being the leader. Yikes. Yeah, just like those cavalry wrapping around. Alright, those reinforcements are nearly arrived. Nice. Some of them are starting to crush. If we can just sort of take out some of their units, we're going to be in a better spot. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. They're starting to buckle on our front line.
They have lost half their men.
Nice. Our archers should have used a little bit more ammunition. I feel like they're holding back a bit. Okay. We'll have to be a little bit careful with Pierre, but we'll see how we go.
We must push our advantage.
Should be all good. Nice. Oh, there we go. There goes one of their generals. We couldn't get many more? Seriously. Alright, now we're starting to run them down. Let's go. Now, although that army was sitting really close to the garrison, I don't know if we're going to be able to just march on in. Ideally, that's the plan, but we've never seen to run down enough of them in this series to crush those units completely, then just waltz on in. Hasn't happened.
This is an act heroic, which only belongs to men of great.
Nice, clear victory. And they've only got 200 remaining after deploying 1,500. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's execute them, and we'll try and run down the last of them. Oh, 1 and 2 in those units. We weren't able to get the English king. That's so annoying. Right, we'll siege out Bristol, and we should be able to completely crush, finish, and destroy England once and for all, and wrap up the series. Okay, let's move you here. Cool. Alright, sweet. We're good. Let's continue on. Kind of forgot about Scotland. We technically share a border with them. They didn't aggressively push too far south. Oh, that's another thing as well. We probably can get the king's adopted son married off as well. There's probably a fair few potential princesses. There's one there from Aragon, or maybe that's Kingdom of Castile. We'll see. Jihad has been called on Tunis. Oh, wow, okay. Sicily controls it. Oh, they've just told me to stop. That's so annoying. Fuck. Riding in Valencia. Do I just get excommunicated then? Because they were part of the victory conditions I set out. We're still so far away from getting to Jerusalem, which we probably should take. The thing is, we've been told to cease hostilities, right? Now, technically that means an attack order. So if we continue to siege them out in vanilla, you technically won't get excommunicated. But if I do end the turn, there's a chance that we still can. Even just sieging out is still the action. Probably should marry her off though. I'm just trying to think if I should just do it and fuck it. Get rid of England and then we're done and we can move on to another campaign. The problem is once you get excommunicated, it just griefs the campaign. So it might not matter anyway if we're going to end it. We have 24 regions out of 20. Pierre's been married off, and now that's given a free slot there. Colin isn't quite of age, so we'll get him married off at some point. Stuff it. I guess we'll just do it. Alright. We're going to defy the Pope. Maybe I should have done it earlier because the king was going to die. Anyway. Oh, they actually bolstered some units. Surprisingly, they actually spawned some more. Okay, let's take Bristol. The end of the English dynasty, and we have been excommunicated. As they have been officially destroyed. Oh my god, a lot of factions hate me. Nice. And that is our victory conditions done that we set out. Wales, Ireland, England, France, fully under our control. Oh my god. It actually puts public order really down. Oh my god. Why would Bordeaux care if we get excommunicated? I didn't know that. Wow, you actually get like a pretty bad negative public order hit. Yikes. Yeah, maybe we should have timed it elsewhere. Anyway, unfortunately on that note, it's time to wrap things up here, and probably the French series as well. We'll probably look to move on to something else. So let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for other campaigns you would like me to do. Like and subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpsy, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.